Hoosier man who the cops say wanted to die by suicide by cop was shot near the White House this weekend. Here's Jake McDaniel.
In Indiana, a man was shot by members of the U.S. Secret Service Sunday after midnight. Police referred to the man as suicidal, and they believe he came to D.C. from Indiana. The Secret Service says they found the man's car that was parked near 17th and F Streets, and they say he waved his gun. That's when the Secret Service says they shot him. The man was taken to a hospital, but authorities did not say how he is doing. The Secret Service says no one on their team was injured during the shooting. Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And police say that man's name is Andrew Dawson from North Manchester, Indiana. There was gunfire and crime scene tape along West 10th Street near Holt Road late last night. That's on Indy's west side. The cops found 2 people shot, and they're still looking into this. It wasn't an alarm clock that woke a woman up in Evansville Saturday morning. Here's Chris Davis.
It was the sound of a truck crashing into her house about 3 a.m. Then, 18-year-old Yanatin Perez Vasquez knocking on her window to apologize. Police say he was drunk, and there was plenty of evidence, including bottles on the floor of the truck and a blood alcohol level more than twice the legal limit. Vasquez also admitted he was on the phone when it happened, having a fight with his girlfriend. He was locked up. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
You could trade the long johns for a shorter, maybe a lighter jacket this week as temperatures rise into the 70s, but forecasters are keeping an eye on the potential for severe weather by this weekend.
It'll be going up through the Great Lakes late in the weekend. Surge of moisture from the Gulf will bring a warm front through and followed by a cold front, and this has us a little bit concerned about potential severe weather.
Mike Kosh at the National Weather Service, Indianapolis, says severe weather could be in Indiana by Friday. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic and weather together in 1 minute. It's 6:04.
Meanwhile, at Xfinity.
So, influencer life going well?
Oh, yeah. I'm up to 32 followers.
Oh, that's something.
Yeah, posting my tap dancing videos is easier than ever because we engineered Xfinity Internet with 99.99% network reliability.
Plus, Xfinity Mobile with Wi-Fi Power Boost gives you ultra-fast Wi-Fi at home and on the go. But wait, tap dancing? You don't tap dance.
Hey, what I lack in skill, I make up with passion.
Do more of what you love and love how fast you do it with Xfinity Internet and mobile. Now through April 17th, get 300 megabit Xfinity Internet and 1 unlimited mobile line together for $30 a month for 1 year and save $1,000 in your first year over Verizon and AT&T. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Savings compared to Verizon 5G Internet plus 1 unlimited welcome line and AT&T Internet 300 plus 1 unlimited starter SL line. Xfinity Internet required. Actual speeds vary. Reduced speeds after 30 gigabits of usage per line. Data thresholds and actual savings vary.
Stopped on the northwest side. It's northbound 65, completely jammed from 465 up to West 71st Street and a little bit beyond that. It's because of a crash blocking the right lane. Delay already at 19 minutes from that crash. It's been there a minute. Traffic sponsored by True Green. True Green. Get a golf course quality lawn for less than you think. Sign up at truegreen.com. That's TRU green.com. True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Marcus Bailey, Wish TV meteorologist. What's going on?
Hey, Tony. Good morning. Happy Monday. It is going to be a beautiful week here coming up. It was already pretty nice yesterday, but we're going to build off of that. Much warmer, but equally as bright. Lots of sunshine, should be calm today. A high of 67. That is nearly 20 degrees warmer than average for this time of year. Mostly clear. We'll call it crisp and not as chilly overnight. A low down to 45. Warmer for Tuesday, mostly sunny. A high of 69. Wednesday, partly cloudy. Could be our first 70-degree day of the year. We're topping out around 70. Thursday, partly cloudy. Just a slight chance for a shower late in the day. Thursday's high 72.
That's Marcus Bailey. Quick, easy out. Isn't interested in sticking around. There's not going to be any conversations, people. Not here.
I mean, we could talk about it if you want, Tony. Or was that just like a hint to me that I need to hang up?
No. I wasn't hinting that at all. I was just saying I noticed that you were very quick.
Listen, I mean, I'm ready to get outside. It's been a long winter. It's been miserable.
Yes.
So this is going to be good. Yeah.
Yes. If I spent that much time around Phil Sanchez, I would also be miserable.
You and I are on the same page, Tony. Absolutely. Yep.
That's right. There goes Marcus Bailey, Wish TV meteorologist. Appreciate it. 36 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. By the way, Phil Sanchez is a lovely guy if there's nobody else around that you can compare him to. The time is 6:07. That was not nice at all. Phil Sanchez is a heck of a guy. As you heard Ryan Hedrick discussing at the top of the hour, Secret Service involved in a shooting that took place early Sunday morning involving a man from Indiana. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Armed with a firearm, armed with a knife, confronted by agents. This was near 17th and F, so just a block or so away from the White House, not complying with directives to drop his weapon. Now, there had been notifications to D.C. authorities that this guy was driving to D.C. and was, and the quote is, suicidal. There were intelligence bulletins, as reported by Fox News, indicating that the suspect wanted to commit suicide by cop, which is truly an evil thing. Somebody wants to end their life, but they don't end their life, so they create a confrontation with police, so the police end their life. Which, listen, I have never shot anyone, in case you're curious. God, that is a weird way to start a conversation. But I will tell you that I would have to believe that to some extent it sticks with you. Even in the situation where you're saving your own life, it must stick with you that, man, this is what it took. This is the thing. Suicide by cop is a really horrific thing to do. He did not drop his weapon. He did not comply. He then reached towards his waist as Secret Service describes the incident, and that's when they opened fire. The suspect is still alive. There is no update right now on his condition. None. So as updates come, we will bring the updates. But you also have reports of two different flights. Two different airplanes that had to be moved out of Mar-a-Lago airspace as President Trump was there this weekend. The call for the lone wolf grows, and bad things happen. This is a recording. The anger towards Trump to a call to violence has to end. And that should be a very loud and clear call, whether it's from the political right or whether it's from new media or whether it's from the White House itself. It should come from the left, too. This stuff has to end. Has to end. I'm not saying that the guy who went to the White House was actually looking to harm Trump, more looking to harm himself, according to the reports. Bad things are at play, and we need to be the people who put a stop to it. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Unclaimed property, right? So you're talking about a financial asset with no activity by the owner for an extended period of time. Well, so let's say it differently. You put a deposit down, and you forgot you put the deposit down. And then the company where you put the deposit down needs to get you back the deposit, but you moved. They don't know where to send it. They send it to the Attorney General. And now the Attorney General's office is saying, hey, would you like your money back? That's IndianaUnclaimed.gov. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Fast, easy, free. And right now, Hoosiers are being reunited with over $1 million in unclaimed property every single week. As a matter of fact, 1 in 7 Americans has unclaimed property, over $800 million waiting to be claimed. You could search for you. You could search for loved ones. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Super easy to use. Search for yourself. Search for your business. IndianaUnclaimed.gov or text money to 46220. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Go get your cash.
This is Alex Brown. The Indiana State Fairgrounds looks to be a year-round destination. More at 6:32 on Inside Indiana Business. Brought to you by the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick. Available now wherever podcasts can be found and at InsideIndianaBusiness.com.
Applied Innovation has made a lot of IT directors happy with their managed print services offering. Listen to a few of them talk about Applied Innovation. Chris Pfeiffer, IT Director for Doran Mayhew.
So we were able to reduce the number of machines that we use, but increase their capacity. And then basically we cut our managed print services bill in half by doing that.
Applied Innovation customer Linda Philly Watson, Director of IT at LaSalle Bristol.
The devices are well managed, they're well maintained, well supported, and that's less time for me. More time for me to spend on other projects, on other priorities.
Applied Innovation customer Craig Gilliam, IT Director for Suncoast Skin Solutions.
I think it's just the simplicity of everything. They're quick, fast, and so if you need any help, they're on the spot.
Applied Innovation, office technology made simple, backed by a partner you can trust. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedinnovation.com.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have health news, a CDC update.
Pneumococcal vaccination is now recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose. And millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
Hammer and Nigel's show, 3:06 this afternoon. It begins. Hammer and Nigel Records Madness. 16 of our greatest parody songs competing head-to-head. Let's go!
They have 16 parody songs? Hammer and Nigel have 16 parody songs, Matt Bear?
I don't know. Seems about right. Where are you counting at?
They shower twice a week, but they have 16 parody songs.
I mean, those are productive showers.
I don't know. I'm assuming they shower more than that.
They do.
They're healthy young men.
Yes.
They're very clean.
Do you want me to do this?
16.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm shocked by that.
But they're good songs. I've heard them all.
Oh, you have the 8-track.
No, I have the 8-track, the compact disc that I burned at home.
Is that Hammer and Nigel rock? It sure is, man.
Yeah.
We'll turn it up, man. That's what you have. All right, now you can do traffic.
All right, northbound 65 in Pike Township. Slow traffic, 465 up to 71st Street. That's from an earlier crash. Traffic sponsored by the Tile Shop. Pros get more at the Tile Shop. More selection like new wood and vinyl flooring options for every budget. More perks and more service like free curbside pickup. Start getting more at the Tile Shop. Visit your local showroom today. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
36 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:16.
This is a special notice to all U.S. taxpayers with back taxes to the IRS. Billions in tax relief is now being made available to struggling taxpayers, giving thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars in savings away to those who qualify. If you're facing wage garnishment, threatening letters, audits, liens, levies, or already in a payment plan, you can now expedite the resolution to your tax problem, end collections, and even qualify to reduce a large portion of what you owe. Stop IRS Debt has established a relief hotline for you to call to check what savings and options you qualify for. Dial 800-518-9137. With many people facing job loss and rising cost of living, these special IRS initiatives are designed to aid delinquent taxpayers with the relief that they need to get a fresh start. For a free consultation to see what savings you qualify for, call 800-518-9137. 800-518-9137. 800-518-9137.
The Canadians have held elections. And Justin Trudeau is no more.
In first place, the next Prime Minister of Canada, Mark Carney, with 131,674 votes, resulting in 29,457 allocated points, representing 85.9% of the vote.
I haven't heard Canadians be that excited since they learned they could be the 51st state. Screw you, that's a good joke. No, I'm not apologizing. You apologize. Tell your mother to apologize. That's not the way it's a raucous Monday morning, people. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Mark Carney, just as progressive as Justin Trudeau. These were the Liberals. Remember, the Liberals are the controlling party in Canada. Justin Trudeau said he was stepping down, but they were gaining support because of the tariffs that Trump put in place. But they had their election. They weren't going to be swayed. Mark Carney, winning 85% of the vote, will now go up against Pierre Poilievre. Now, Trump has united Canada in this idea of we have no interest in being the United States whatsoever. Get lost, you hoser. I believe that's the way they described it. I do not know how Mark Carney changes things in this election. I have discussed that Trump has given the Liberals a bit more life because of the tariffs and because of the anti-Canadian talk. No, undoubtedly true. But while the Liberals may be thrilled, Canadians have not been thrilled with how the country's been run. They were not thrilled with Trudeau's progressivism. And I can't imagine that in the end they're going to be thrilled with Carney's. But Carney is already, in that very first speech, we're never going to be the 51st state. Trump's trying to destroy our way of life. We'll keep these tariffs going until they apologize or until they stop, whatever the case may be. Trump did a lot of talking about tariffs. He is convinced that this is the future, and he's convinced that it creates a better nation.
Well, I want a dynamic country where the private enterprise carries the day, not the government. And I want a strong country militarily. We need that nowadays. You can see that probably better than ever before. So I rebuilt our military. A lot of it was given away to Afghanistan, but it was a lot, but a very small portion, in all fairness. But when you think about the billions and billions of dollars that was just handed over, but I rebuilt it. We're going to be rebuilding it again because we need that. We always need that. But we're doing a series of incentives, tax incentives and other things. The tax bill, I think, is going to be very important. The Democrats will fight us all the way. One thing I learned the other night, again, I could say, because it's my fifth such speech. And at the beginning, I said I didn't know it was going to be as pertinent as it turned out to be. that no matter what I do, this group of people in front of us, I could come up with the cure to the worst disease that the world has ever seen. I gave other examples. I said, no matter what I do, they're going to sit there angry, insolent. You just see it. I mean, you see it, you can feel it.
No doubt. Democrats are never going to like you. They've built themselves on this. It's their cult. It's their religion. It's super freaky, super creepy, and it leads to violence. My take. But tariffs are not great, and tariffs are taxes, and tariffs are a problem, and blanket tariffs are just wrong. It's not where the left is that should be concerning you, Mr. President. It's where the political right is. It's where the middle is. It's where Americans are. Do things cost too much? Yes or no? Are we about to see recession, which is now a discussion, not because of 35, 45 days of the Trump presidency, but because every number has been ridiculously manipulated from the Biden White House for years. And someone asked me if I was going to discuss the auto pen thing. I brought this up not last week, the week before. Undoubtedly true. Joe Biden wasn't running the White House the last few years. Undoubtedly true. And whenever I see one member of his cabinet, like Pete Buttigieg, talking about Trump this and Trump that, 2 years at least, you let Biden, who wasn't competent, run the country, allegedly. You allowed a coup to take place, and you did nothing. Don't begin to chat with us. And if Buttigieg is going to now run for governor or Senate in Michigan, good gosh. Michiganders, you deserve everything you get if you vote for this. If you could, have a little pride. Have a little decency. No, I know, we got our own problems, Andre Carson. I get it. But if you could, just be like, nah. Go another direction. The economic conversation here is, when does this economy improve? And tariffs don't make an economy improve. But he is hell-bent on this. Meanwhile, Republicans are trying to avoid a shutdown. They're putting together a spending bill, keeping agencies funded through September 30th, 99 pages. A boost to defense programs, cutting spending in non-defense programs below 2024 budget levels. Democrats are outraged, and Republicans are saying, we dare you to stop it. Go on. We dare you. $892 billion in defense spending, $708 billion in non-defense spending. Non-defense is 8% below. And, well, it's going to cut programs we need. It might. Why did anybody think this was going to come easy? Why was anybody under the insanity of the pretext that everything was just going to be okay? There are no solutions. There are only trade-offs. Cuts will come. We have to spend less. Sorry, your program may be cut. Oh, also, my program may be cut. I don't know. You either sacrifice now or you lose later. And we're in the now. So everybody needs to grow up and just accept the fact that cuts are coming. And they're going to come to things that you like. Where they can't come, to the Navy, to shipbuilding, to the things that you need to survive against an aggressive China, Russia, Iran, etc. Real world is happening. No time for the crazy people who think we need to put another $1 billion into either a trans this or a DEI that, or name your thing. No. Another $1 billion into your pet project? No. Another $1 billion into making sure the country survives? Okay. That's where I'm at. Tariffs and this economy will undo Trump. I'm not saying it's going to happen today. I'm saying stop thinking about this in terms of Democrats. Start looking at your own people and how long they'll take it. Matt Bear has got traffic. What's up, Matt?
Northbound 465 on the northwest side. Stop and go traffic. West 56th Street through the I-465-65 interchange. Traffic sponsored by B-Window. Right now at bwindow.com, get $850 off per patio or entry door, plus $400 off per window, plus 2.99% financing. B-Window, proud to be employee-owned. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is Rob.
And this is Casey.
One world leader wants a mute button for reporters that annoy him. I love it.
Join us Monday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
We have seen some rain. We've also seen some nice weather. Do you know what that rain has already done to your roof? I'm just asking. Are you fully aware of what that rain can do if you have cracks, breaks, leaks, and the water has gotten in, and already the mold is happening, the rot, structural damage that could lead to huge, costly repairs? How about this? You don't freak you. You don't lose your mind. You don't get all silly. You call the people at Moss Roofing. MOSS, mossroofing.com. 35 years of experience, family-owned business, second generation. They know how to protect your home from the unpredictable spring weather, and they know how to help to make sure those minor problems don't turn into major repairs. For top-notch roofing services, trust Moss Roofing to keep you dry this spring all the time, and for a job done right every single time. That's because roofs have shingles. Honestly, I don't know if I'm totally in love with that pun, but they seem to like it, and they're really lovely people. So worth the call. Moss Roofing, talk to them today. 317-747-3665. 317-747-3665. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. Moss Roofing, 747-3665, or online at Moss, MOSS, mossroofing.com.
Hi, this is Denny Smith, and I'm betting that you already know that your carpets could use a good spring cleaning. Why? Well, because there's no telling what's in those carpets at this point. Here's some great news. Zerorez has a February special of 3 rooms of carpet cleaning starting at $119 plus $75 off air duct cleaning. The Zerorez pros know how to get your carpets and floors and rugs, upholstery, and even your ductwork really clean. They can help you deal with the deeply embedded dirt, dander, allergens, not to mention the pet stains and, yeah, some of your stains. The game changer is the patented ZR water that uses no soap, leaves no residue, and there are no harsh chemicals because they just aren't needed to get things really clean. It's time to spring clean with Zerorez. Give them a call, mention WIBC, and get 3 rooms cleaned starting at $119 plus $75 off air duct cleaning. 317-388-5141, 317-388-5141, or book things online at zeroresindy.com.
That's are us. When dreams don't get in, that's are us.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel, plus low to no monthly payments. Call 765-545-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsrus.com. 765-545-BATH.
That's are us. When dreams don't get in, that's are us.
Call today or visit bwindow.com. This month only, receive $400 off per window, $850 off per patio or entry door with 2.99% financing.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
There's one goal. It's 36 degrees on Monument Circle with the clear radar. Your high today is 65. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:30. That's what President Donald Trump is saying about tariffs that he's threatened to impose on countries for their unwillingness to stop the flow of drugs and illegal immigrants into the country.
Globalists have been ripping off the United States. They've been taking money away from the United States. And all we're doing is getting some of it back.
Trump, speaking with Fox Business on Sunday, says he's postponing what he describes as reciprocal tariffs on Mexico and Canada. 5 people are injured after a small plane crashed into a retirement village just south of Lancaster, Pennsylvania Sunday.
Rescue 1, Mike 6 Tower. The aircraft is down out just behind the terminal on the parking lot street area.
That's audio from air traffic control. Thankfully, nobody on the ground was injured. A person was stabbed and killed on Indy's northeast side Saturday night Jake McDaniel has that story.
Indy Metro officers say they were called to Shady View Drive, which is near Shadeland Avenue, and they found the person who was stabbed in the hallway of an apartment building. Shortly after the Indy emergency medics arrived at the scene, the person did not survive from their injuries. Police say they are looking for surveillance video that may capture the stabbing. They also say they found blood on 2 floors in the building. If you have any information, you can give the department a call. Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Expect warmer temperatures throughout the week, especially on today and Thursday when it'll be in the 60s and 70s.
Not quite as warm on Saturday, 68 degrees, but by Sunday, in the wake of that cold front, temperatures are going to come down quite a bit with only 50s for highs on Sunday, and maybe even a little bit colder next week.
That's Mike Koch at the National Weather Service in Indianapolis. They're also watching chances for severe weather, which could arrive Friday and Saturday. Chick-fil-A says they're adding new menu items for a limited time starting next week. At this time, they're going to have a smokehouse barbecue bacon sandwich will return nationwide with options for original spicy and grilled chicken fillets. Also debuting assorted pineapple dragon fruit beverages. They say they're going to have frosted lemonade, and lemonade iced tea on the menu for the first time ever. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic, weather, and sports coming up in 2.5 minutes. It's 6:32.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Alex Brown. For a few weeks each year, hundreds of thousands of people enjoy elephant ears, learn about livestock, and view 4-H projects at the Indiana State Fair. But the 250-acre Indiana State Fairgrounds property is becoming a year-round destination for competitions, entertainment, and showcases. That includes this weekend's NCAA Division II Track and Field Championship at the Fall Creek Pavilion. Chief Marketing and Sales Officer Anna Welchel.
We're always evolving, and how can we drive more economic impact for this fairgrounds and also for this city and state? So track and field is a great new example. We identified when we renovated this building, first and foremost, it was built as a world-class pig and swine facility for the Indiana State Fair, which is what a lot of people know it for. But then we also are hosting indoor track and field from December through March every year.
Also this week, the Horizon League basketball championships will tip off at Corteva Coliseum. The University of Notre Dame, the largest employer in St. Joseph County, announced Friday it is instituting a hiring freeze for non-teaching staff due to recent activity from the federal government. In an email sent to members of the Notre Dame community, the university said it has been following policy changes coming to federal agencies by order of the Elon Musk-led Department of Government Efficiency. The email cites the cancellation of numerous federal grants and diminished reimbursement for other grants by the National Institutes of Health as factors that led to the university's freeze. From the #1 source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Today, you either innovate or evaporate. We are accelerating the pursuit of progress. From the foods we eat to the heights we soar. Because this is Indiana, the innovation capital of the world. We rally visionaries across industries, invest in connections as much as capital, and fuel our founders from dorm room to boardroom. Fuel your innovation with Elevate Ventures. Visit elevateventures.com.
The Riley Children's Foundation on Saturday officially launched a $300 million campaign, the largest fundraising drive in Riley Children's health history. The formal announcement of the effort comes after the Riley Foundation said it quietly raised the majority, more than $200 million, in the campaign's initial phase. I'm Alex Brown for 93 WIBC.
Northwest side, northbound 465, a little bit slow from West 56th Street up to I-65. The crash did clear on northbound 65, right around 71st Street. That is gone. The delay is cleared out as well. Heading out to the airport this morning from the downtown hotels, making a buck, doing some ride sharing. Good to go on westbound 70 from West Street. Meridian, Illinois, south split out to the airport collector with Ronald Reagan Parkway at Ameriplex. No problems, nothing slowing you down at the moment. Traffic sponsored by B-Window. Right now, bwindow.com. Get $850 off per patio or entry door and $400 off per window, plus 2.99% financing. B-Window, proud to be employee owned. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
36 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:36. We check on sports, and Ryan Hedrick, what do you know?
The Indiana Pacers, Tony, will play 4 of their next 5 games on the road starting tonight against the Chicago Bulls. Head coach Rick Carlisle talked about the stretch after Saturday's loss in Atlanta.
This is a very difficult stretch. Chicago's a beast to play against, and then we got Milwaukee, who's rested twice, and we're playing back-to-back twice next week. So we got to go day to day, hour to hour.
And the Pacers are dealing with injuries to Tyrese Halliburton and TJ McConnell. We're not sure if they're going to play tonight in Chicago. Tonight's game starts at 8. The NBA has fined forward Pascal Siakam $25,000 for verbally abusing the officials after Saturday's loss in Atlanta. The Colts are expected to be a top contender to sign free agent quarterback Daniel Jones, and March Madness gets going in earnest this week with IU and Purdue playing in the Big Ten tournament, also Butler playing in the Big East tournament. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick, on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com.
As a high school student athlete, it makes a difference when the stands are filled with cheering fans. I'm Reed Robinson from New Prairie High School.
And I'm Autumn Rife from North White High School. It motivates us to do our best when we know our entire school community has our backs.
When they understand the real purpose of high school sports.
When they remember learning life lessons is more important than winning.
When they keep athletic events fun and positive for everyone.
That's what being a champion of high school sports is all about.
Whether you're a parent, fan, coach, official, administrator, or broadcaster, we all have a role to play in championing high school sports.
Thank you for supporting our schools, our communities, and our student athletes.
I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support the mission of education-based athletics by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is being a champion of high school sports. This is preserving the second classroom. This is your IHSAA.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov or text money to 46220 today.
Well, it's 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready. Now go, cat, go, but don't you step on my blue suede shoe. Well, you can do anything but take me over my blue suede shoe. Well, you can knock me down, step in my face.
Really quick, I don't know why Michael Hicks is including me in posts on the social media. Maybe somebody else did, and he's just responding to it. It's March, Mike, and you said you were going to tell me when you were here in January because you wanted to be a tough guy. It's March, Mike. Just noticing. Just noticing that the Indy Star and Ball State hired a guy totally fine with an online threat, and then he doesn't even follow through. Cheap. Totally cheap. These first 100 days, man, there are ups and there are downs. And certainly, people are going to be asking questions, as they already are, on the economics. Absolutely, these tariffs are a real conversation. Anybody who says otherwise is nuts. But if you want to ignore successes, you're crazed. That's why we're getting together in Kokomo, and I hope you'll see you there. I hope to see you there. April 17th, tickets.tonykatz.com. More than ever, there is so much to discuss. So we're not even halfway through. So much to discuss and break down and what it's going to mean and how it's going to play out. I'll tell you this. I am already in the place where I'm willing to call my shot and say that Howard Lutnick is going to be the sacrificial lamb.
When exactly can Americans expect to see those prices come way down?
Egg prices up 200% under Biden. Biden just killing chickens, trying to worry about things. It's crazy the way eggs have gone up 200%. Donald Trump's going to bring the price of eggs down now. Donald Trump's tariffs are, here's the idea. all these other countries, like India, for instance, when Modi was in town, right? 1.4 billion people, and they won't buy a bushel of our corn. Europe, always blocking our farmers. As our farmers can sell more and more overseas, you're going to see the price of food in America come down.
I'm telling you, scapegoat. The Commerce Secretary. It's just going to come for sure. But what of these economics and what of the reaction? Because the reaction against Trump on everything is beyond nutty. We should look at it. Some of it is laughable. We should laugh with it. Drink great bourbon, eat great food, smoke cigars, have a ball. April 17th, Kokomo, Indiana, the venue at Brookstone. That's where we're going to be. Get your tickets, tickets.tonykatz.com. Come join the party. It's going to be amazing. There's so much to go over. Stuff you've already forgotten. I've got it all. Tickets.tonykatz.com. Tickets.tonykatz.com. Come join the party. Trump and American Reset in 3 bourbons. Is this what you voted for? Let's find out. Tickets.tonykatz.com. Trump and American Reset in 3 bourbons. Going to be a fantastic night. Hope to see you there. April 17th. Sponsorships are still available. Tickets.tonykatz.com. Get your tickets right now. Tony Katz, that's me. 93 WIBC. Good morning.
You want to listen all day to WIBC, but you don't always have time. Don't worry. There's a podcast for that. The WIBC Mashup. Daily highlights from your favorite hosts. Tony Katz, Kendall and Casey, and Hammer and Nigel. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
Wouldn't it be refreshing to speak with a financial advisor that really wants to get to know you, that really dials in on your retirement hopes and dreams, that builds a customized financial plan around you? Matt Barrier, hi. The financial experts at Trajan Wealth are in the you business. Their customized wealth management plans are designed to help protect, maintain, and expand your financial portfolio. Find out how during your first consultation. It's free. Schedule 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. Trajan Wealth loves providing their clients with peace of mind through financial security. They are veteran-led, and their commitment is to go out of their way to solve other people's problems. It's about you at Trajan Wealth. Call and schedule at 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. Remember, your first consultation is on them. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, and SEC Registered Investment Advisor. Paid advertisement.
Hi, I'm Charlie Comer from Comer & Cross Premium Garage Floor Coatings. When your garage floor has stains, cracks, and pits, it makes your whole garage look bad. And a bad epoxy job looks even worse. Look, spring will be here on March 20th. For your best price of the year on your new garage floor, basement, or patio, and installation this spring, please call me now at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. Guaranteed. A Comer & Cross concrete floor coating won't chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever. In one day, we make it so easy. We move your stuff out for you. We fix the cracks and pits perfectly. And apply your gleaming new Comer & Cross concrete floor in 6 stages, just in time for spring. For your best price of the year on your new garage floor, basement, or patio, and installation by spring, please call me now at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. Or go to COMERcross.com.
Indianapolis roads, a total disaster. Some of the worst potholes in America. Am I right?
A car on Keystone Avenue just fell into one the size of a swimming pool.
Disgraceful. These roads should be great again. But right now, they look like the surface of the moon.
Suspension repair shops are making a fortune.
Rigged system. But Matt Baer, he's the guy to trust. Tremendous at avoiding these disasters. Just tremendous.
Matt Baer, making your commute great again. Mornings and afternoons on 93 WIBC.
Traffic on the 5s, and Matt Baer, what in the world are you doing?
Crash clear, Tony, northbound 65 in Pike Township at 86th Street, and everything coming into downtown. North split style looking good. Westbound 70 in from Greenfield State Road 9. And nothing slowing us down here at the moment as you hit 465 on the east side in 4 minutes to the north split. Traffic sponsored by B Window right now at bwindow.com. Get $850 off per patio or entry door and $400 off per window, plus 2.99% financing. Be Window, proud to be employee-owned. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
36 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:46.
What a day.
You're working too hard.
We're both working too hard with even less to show for it.
What's this?
It's the bills for Tracy's procedure.
This is outrageous.
I know. And Mom just said her prescriptions went up again.
How can working people afford this?
These medical bills are crushing our finances, and these hospitals and insurance groups are making record profits.
You know, I read Indiana has the 9th highest healthcare costs in the nation, and prescription drug costs are out of control.
That's why I voted for Mike Braun. He has a plan to reform Indiana's broken healthcare system. Braun's plan calls for billing transparency, increased access, and lower costs for all Hoosiers.
I hear you. It's good to know help is on the way. Mike Braun's plan will offer real relief for our family budget.
Sign the petition for Braun's healthcare plan at HoosierHope.org. Join Mike Braun's fight for healthcare reform today. Paid for by HoosierHope.org.
Go to town and Mary buying Uncle John. He claimed he has a misery, but he having a lot of fun. Oh, baby. Yes, baby. Woo, baby. Having me some fun tonight. Yeah. Well, long tall Sally,
The report was Israel cutting off electricity to Gaza. Well, what does Israel owe Gaza in terms of power? You're not going to return hostages? Deals change? Okay. War continues. And for the people who want to forget, Hamas, a terrorist organization, attacked Israel on October 7th. There are some people who forget. Not you. Some people. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. And I have a very clear take on this. It's a war. War is hell. People die in war. It's absolutely awful. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Hamas has to be destroyed. Otherwise, Western civilization gets destroyed. How do I know this? I take you to Syria, where Christians are being slaughtered by Islamists. I'm sorry, did you think this was just about the Jews? Oh, Tony's talking about Israel again. He's Jewish, so he's always talking about Israel. Oh, would those people just shut it? I got a couple of those out there. Always been the dopiest of the dopes. Tony, you shouldn't be talking about people like that. It's not nice. I'm not interested in being nice. I'm interested in Christians not being slaughtered by Islamists. And I'm interested in the recognition that Islamists cannot be lived with in a civil society. I don't care if somebody gets upset with me. If the Council of American Islamic Relations wants to be upset, screw them. Stop being supportive. Stop running cover. Just start noticing that being an Islamist is not compatible with Western civilization, which is, of course, the point. More than 1,000 people, Christian minorities, I believe the pronunciation is Alawites. I don't know if it's Alawites. I believe it is Alawites.
You're right, Tony.
That's Alawites, correct? I got that right, Carl?
Yes.
Okay. This is the sect that actually Bashar al-Assad belonged to. He was the longtime leader, dictator of Syria till he was pushed out by the Islamists. Why? Because Israel's attack on Hezbollah so decimated, I should say even greater than decimated, Hezbollah, that they were no longer able to act as a counterbalance to these other Islamist groups. And the Islamists took the country. And that's why you heard of people like the Druze in southern Syria and others begging Israel to annex them. Because they knew they were going to get destroyed by the Syrians. And here it is. 1,000 people. Christians, hi, Tony Katz here. They're coming for you. And it won't just be on Syrian soil. Now, many of you already know this. Some people, this might be new to them. This was never about Jews. That was the canary in the coal mine conversation. It was about Western civilization as a whole, and certainly is about anybody who is not a follower of Islam. Islamists are what they are. They're never going to change. It's us or them. I choose us. And I only hope that you do as well. And as for Israel cutting off electricity, so it goes. The war will continue. I had put my money down. It would have started over the weekend. So I would have lost that bet. I just think I was expecting it to start faster. And it's going to be all over the southern part of Gaza. And I have to assume that those hostages, any that were still alive, aren't. Now, I have always gone with this, and I am overjoyed for the Americans' return, for the Israelis' return, Thai nationals' return. Remember, Hamas kidnapped a lot of people because they're barbaric scumbags, sadly supported, in my view, by members of the Indianapolis City County Council. I can't imagine that Israel can move forward in this way. I am amazed that any part of this deal has actually worked. There are 59 allegedly remaining hostages remaining, 35 believed to be dead. And Israel wants their bodies back. I was having this conversation with a friend over the weekend. Is anybody going to discuss the humanity of the Israelis? They want bodies back so they can give them proper burials, so they can get proper closure. They're willing to give up Palestinians who are absolute terrorists to get dead bodies back. You think Hamas would do that? The Palestinians would do that? Rashida Tlaib would do that? Not a chance, because we've seen it. They only want terrorists back who will commit more acts and more atrocities against Israel, against Jews, against Christians. There are good guys here and there are bad guys here. Sorry. Not everything about Israel is perfect. Ain't that true? But they're the good guys here, and Hamas are the bad guys here. And if you're supporting Hamas, go to hell. And that's all we've got for you. We don't care about you in the slightest. We want you to lose, and we want it to hurt. Israel wants its people back, and they'll keep trying, but I can't imagine that this peace that has been established lasts any longer than it has. It can't see it. This is gearing up for another round of war. And I don't see where Israel says just a little bit, and then they'll learn. These are Islamists. They're killers. That's all they know how to do. And it can't be unlearned. It has to be destroyed. Matt Bear has got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Southbound 65, 19 minutes down from Lebanon State Road 47 down to 465 on the west side. And continuing on to the north split, Indiana's second most traveled interchange. That looks pretty good right now as you come into inbound 65 through downtown and into that north split. Everything coming up from Greenwood, no problems as we check out northbound 65 from State Road 44 Franklin up to 465 on the south side. That looks fantastic here at the moment. If that changes, I will be sure to let you know. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now at bwindow.com, get $850 off per patio entry door and $400 off per window, plus 2.99% financing. B Window, proud to be employee owned. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Advanced solutions from Comcast Business help turn today's enterprises into engines of modern business. It's how retailers become logistics mastering, supply chain transforming, seamlessly restocking, frictionless paying favorite shopping destinations.
Thank you for shopping.
And how nationwide restaurants become customer focusing, touchscreen ordering,
second window, please,
rapidly customizing, quick serving eateries. It's how we turn financial firms into market tracking, client servicing, cyber securing economic engines.
Loan approved. Congratulations.
And how hospitals become the patient scanning, data managing, welcome to the worlding, life-changing healthcare facilities that we all depend on. With leading networking and connectivity, advanced cybersecurity, and expert partnership, Comcast Business is powering the engine of modern business, powering possibilities. Restrictions apply.
It's Kubota Orange Days. From America's #1 selling compact tractor to zero-turn mowers and versatile RTVs, get your perfect match delivered to your door. Now through June 30th, get zero down, 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,000 off select compact tractors. See the details at KubotaOrangeDays.com.
Stop by McAllister Machinery in Fishers and Indianapolis to see their full line of Kubota or visit them online at McAllisterKubota.com.
Tony Katz here for Premier Arms in Brownsburg. This is your premier gun store. Premier Arms has the experience and know-how to help the new gun buyer and the most experienced marksman. They've been in business for over 20 years and have a friendly, knowledgeable staff that wants to help you, not talk down to you. Premier Arms in Brownsburg is family-friendly, so bring the kids. All ages are welcome. Everyone can find what they're looking for at Premier Arms in Brownsburg, 3754 South Green Street. Online at premierarms.com. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. premierarms.com.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions, Indiana. We're celebrating our 10th year in business. Call this month to take advantage of 10% off all chimney sweeps and inspections. We're also celebrating the opening of our new fireplace showroom on 86th Street and Lafayette Road. Come and experience our exclusive lines of wood-burning and gas fireplaces.
Call 317-757-6979 or chimneyindy.com.
Blood, sweat, tears. At Bill Estes, we know it takes hard work and years of doing the right thing to build a business people can depend on. That's why we don't make empty promises and expect your trust. Estes earns it. From Ford F-150s and Toyota Tacomas to Ram 1500s and Chevy Silverados, we have the trucks you'll love at prices you can believe in. But don't just take our word for it. Your trust means something. Estes earns it. BillEstes.com.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce, spruce, spruce.
It's Spruce, the new hard-working, worry-free weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people and pets. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Weeds die by the next day. Find Spruce wherever weed killers are sold.
We're definitely going to be late to the concert. I feel like we should be there by now.
I'm just taking a little detour. I gotta fill up my gas tank, and I know this place a couple towns over where the gas is cheaper.
Are you serious? We're gonna be late for the concert because you're driving out of the way for cheaper gas? Just use Upside.
What's Upside?
Upside is the free cashback app that gets you real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, I can get cash back just for buying the gas I need anyway?
Yes, I use it all the time, and I've made around $200. Now pull over so you can download the Upside app before we miss the concert.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code WOW25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank, PayPal, or as a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code WOW25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code WOW25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. That's code WOW25.
Fellas, if you're not feeling the same energy anymore, testosterone therapy, or TRT, may be the answer. Look for personalized treatment like you'll get with the experts at Low T Center.
Low T Center brings over a decade of experience. LowTCenter.com. Book your appointment today.
Hey, this is Rob.
And this is Casey.
One world leader wants a mute button for reporters that annoy him. I love it.
Join us Monday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
Coming up in 2 minutes, Indianapolis ICE agents arrest 2 men from Honduras. A shooting this morning on the Far East Side injures 2 people, and it's not the way a woman in Evansville wanted to wake up. I'll explain those stories after Fox News. From the Technology Recycler Studios, 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 7 o'clock.
They're going to make America rich again. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's what President Trump insists, saying in Air Force One about tariffs returning to Washington.
We have many companies, as you know, auto companies are opening up plants now. We've had 4 or 5 announced already, but many more are coming.
Earlier, he hesitated, though, when asked on Fox Sunday Morning Futures if tariffs that are feared to lead to more inflation could lead us into recession.
There are always periods of, it takes a little time. It takes a little time.
But I think it should be great for us. I mean, I think it should be great.
This as China's retaliation kicks in today. 10 to 15% tariffs on American exports, from beef, chicken, and pork to corn, cotton, wheat, and dairy products.
Today, the president is meeting with top tech CEOs from companies facing tariff-related pressure. They're rethinking their strategies as the administration implemented a 20% tariff on China.
The president, Fox's Madeline Rivera. The president also said this on Air Force One about Ukraine, that the U.S. has pretty much ended a pause put in place last week on intelligence sharing after Russian attacks.
We really just about have. And we want to do anything we can to get Ukraine to be serious about getting something done.
Tomorrow, Secretary of State Marco Rubio will lead U.S. talks with Ukrainian officials in Saudi Arabia.
Top U.S. officials met with Russian counterparts last month in Saudi Arabia. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky and President Trump publicly sparred in an Oval Office meeting a couple of weeks ago that ended without a long-sought minerals deal between the U.S. and Ukraine.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. Israel has cut off electricity to Gaza, increasing pressure on Hamas to extend the ceasefire, release the remaining hostages. A small plane crashed near Lancaster Airport in Pennsylvania.
Rescue 1, Mike 6 Tower. The aircraft is down out just behind the terminal on the parking lot street area.
The crash set cars on fire, but nobody on the ground was hurt. All 5 people on the plane were injured. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
They say he wanted the police to kill him. It's 36 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. Your radar is clear. Your high today is 65. I'm Ryan Hedrick for Michaelis Corporation. Here's what's trending at 7:02. An Indiana man was shot by the U.S. Secret Service on Sunday. Jake McDaniel has the story.
The Secret Service says they opened fire at the man after he threatened people with a gun. He was taken to a hospital nearby. The Secret Service says nobody on their team was injured. President Donald Trump was not even in the White House during the shooting. In fact, reports say he was at his Florida home at that time. Authorities are looking into this. Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And police say that man's name was Andrew Dawson from North Manchester, Indiana. Gunshots and police lights on Indy's Far East Side early this morning. The cops were called to East 33rd just before 3 a.m. for a report of a shooting. When they got there, they found 2 people shot. They're calling the shooting targeted. There's no word on the condition of either person who was shot. A video of ICE agents in Indianapolis removing 2 Honduran workers from a van during a traffic stop is getting a lot of attention.
Their loved ones say they were just on the way to work around 9 in the morning when they were pulled over at the intersection of 29th and I-65.
Police, open the door. Yeah, okay. Open the door.
This is the moment ICE agents confront 2 Honduran nationals in their car. The agent in the plaid shirt grips the passenger's wrist and aims a weapon at him. The frightened driver records the scene, pleading in Spanish to know why they've been pulled over.
And that's Wish TV's Raina Revel reporting. The men are expected to be deported today. Temperatures will rise into the 70s this week, but forecasters are keeping an eye on the potential for severe weather by the weekend.
It'll be going up through the Great Lakes late in the weekend. Surge of moisture from the Gulf will bring a warm front through and followed by a cold front, and this has us a little bit concerned about potential severe weather.
Mike Koch, a forecaster at the National Weather Service Indianapolis, says severe weather could be here by Friday. A house took the punishment early Saturday in Evansville when an underage drunk driver ran off the road. Here's Chris Davis.
The scene Saturday at 3 a.m. on East Olmsted. A truck in a yard. The corner of the house smashed with gaping holes in the wall. Police say Yonatan Perez Vasquez, who was 18, admitted first that he was on the phone having it out with his girlfriend and that he was drinking. Police say there were bottles on the floor of the truck and that Vasquez, who's 18, blew a .194, more than twice the legal limit. The woman who lives there told 14 News that Vasquez came to the window to say he was sorry. Sorry or not, he was booked into the Vanderburgh County Jail. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
NBA basketball tonight in Chicago as the Indiana Pacers look to break a 2-game losing streak when they play the Chicago Bulls. Tyrese Halliburton and TJ McConnell are both injured. Their status for tonight's game, uncertain. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC. At 7:05, traffic on the 5s. Good morning, Matt Bear.
What's happening, Ryan? Interstates look pretty fantastic right now. Inbound 69. Fishers on the road on the interstate here this morning, but not a lot of everything's running up to speed from State Road 37 to 465. Nothing interrupting you or delaying you at the moment as you make your way down southbound 69 into Benford Boulevard, which takes you to the city center, and that's 14 minutes from that Benford ramp down to Meridian Street, Penn, downtown Indianapolis. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. What do we know?
Hey, good morning. Well, we're starting out a bit on the chilly side here with temperatures into the 30s, but look for lots of sunshine today. It is going to be a mild Monday. We will see high temperatures near 67 degrees. Look for mostly clear skies tonight. Lows will fall down to 45. On Tuesday, mainly sunny skies, temperatures in the upper 60s near 70, and pretty quiet and still mild on Wednesday, partly cloudy with highs near 70.
That is Tara Hastings right there with an actually acceptable forecast.
Agreed.
Right.
Glad you approve.
I said it. So what is not to approve of there? That finally this has been done right.
I know. Well, it takes me a while, but I got it for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. No, thank you. Thank you. There it is.
You're welcome.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. There she goes. We are live streaming, by the way, on the YouTubes and on the Facebooks. Just look for 93 WIBC. And there we are. 36 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:07. Sharing the story that Secret Service shot a man near the White House. This man from Indiana. Reasons for going to the White House unknown. The only thing that we know is that authorities knew that he was coming. Authorities knew that he was having issues and was potentially looking for suicide by cop. Tony Katz. 93 WIBC. Good morning. Great to be with you. He's currently in a hospital. This is all we know from this story. Do we think that he was going there to do harm, to do damage to the president? Based on the data that I have, I don't actually believe that to be the case. I would argue that he was going to do damage or harm to himself in far different than doing damage or harm to the president. But it's a story we're going to keep our eyes on. And then there was this from the IBJ about construction costs and how Mickey Shuey with the reporting that construction managers are taking a look at uncertainty. They're taking a look at demand. They're saying there's a reason why prices are high. Right? That if you think that the future is going to come where prices are going to go down because things are going to get better, that's just not the way it is. And tariffs play a part in this. Again, I would state, I would remind people that Trump needs to do a much better job of explaining what these tariffs are, why they are happening, and what the value is. Now, usually when you're explaining, you're losing. That is usually the way it works. But that said, if you don't get people to understand why something is happening, why a cost increase might come, they're going to say, hey, my costs are going up, which is why I argue, and I want to state it again. The issue here is not the Democratic Party. The issue here is the Republican Party. And I'm going to explain this through a conversation that Trump had with Maria Bartiromo over there at Fox Business, some other things that got said over the weekend that require our understanding. We got to understand what's happening to understand what's going to come. Not the story we're going to be told, but what actually is going to come. Because the story told is Trump has destroyed everything, and that's just not it. If you want the full story, April 17th, Kokomo, Indiana. We're doing Trump and American Reset in 3 bourbons. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. The bourbon flight, which is going to be so good. The food, which is going to be so good. The cigars, which are going to be so good. And a ton of laughs. We're going to Kokomo. Easy drive. Boop, right up 31, and you are there. Really easy to get to. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. I'll say it one more time for the people in the cheap seats. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. I hope to see you there. April 17th, Trump and American Reset in 3 bourbons. We're going to go over all of this. We're going to laugh our heads off. We're going to have a great time. We're going to drink well. We're going to eat well. It's going to be so good. You're going to be surrounded by some good people, too. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Get your tickets and reach out to me if you'd like to be a sponsor. We will get into the economy. Let's break this down. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Pat Sullivan here for the Michaelis Corporation. I'm here with Michaela to talk about water damage. Water damage at your home or business can come from heavy rains, broken or frozen pipes, and countless other ways. Michaela, if someone has a loss due to water, why should they call Michaelis?
Michaelis is a local, family-owned Indianapolis company with 39 years experience. We are manning the phones and ready to help 24/7, 365. Michaelis specializes in water damage restoration, is IICRC certified, and will restore your home or business to pre-loss condition or better.
I know a big part of getting back to normal is dealing with the insurance company. Can Michaelis help there?
Yes, Michaelis works through the entire process on your behalf to make it easy and give you peace of mind.
If you have water damage, call the Michaelis Corporation. Water, storms, fire, and mold, life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it. Text or call 844-FIXED-INDY. That's 844-FIXED-INDY. Make it Michaelis.
Hi, this is Denny Smith for Exercise Inc. A lot of folks give up on their bodies in their 40s or 50s. Statistically, we gain 1.5 pounds every year past 50, and it's usually a tough slog to fight that. 19 years ago, I took a friend's recommendation, and I went to Exercise Inc. for one of their free consultations. Me? I didn't want to get heavy. I wanted to stay trim and in shape, and that was really a struggle. 19 years ago, I went, and 19 years later, I'm still going every week. They've helped me to reach and maintain my health and fitness goals, and they do that with specific strength training in only 20 minutes a week. You've just got to try this health and exercise approach, and the consultation is free. My guess is that, like me, you'll be skeptical for the first couple of weeks, and then it happens. You'll feel better. You'll probably lose some weight, and you'll probably look better, too. Go to Exercise Inc. today and sign up for a free consultation. Avon, Brownsburg, Zionsville, and Greenwood, now in Fishers, too. ExerciseInc.com.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have health news, a CDC update.
Pneumococcal vaccination is now recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose. And millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Traffic on the fives, Matt Bear. What are you doing?
What are you doing, Tony? Looking at northbound 65, slow out of the north split to West Street. And then inbound 69, no problems. Coming down from Fishers. Westbound 70 from Greenfield, looking fantastic right now. 14 minutes from State Road 9, Greenfield entrance to 465 on the east side. So nothing slowing us down. An additional 5 minutes to the north split. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code RADIO and get an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
35 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:16.
Hey, Wings Etc. fans, guess what? March 10th through 13th is Wings Schooner Madness. We're rolling back prices on award-winning wings and big ice cold schooners to just 69 cents for wings and $5 for domestic schooners. Dine in only. Mark your calendars for March 10th through 13th and get great deals on wings and domestic schooners when you dine in for Wings Schooner Madness. March 10th through 13th, only at your local Wings Etc. Wings Etc. Grill and Pub with 15 Central Indiana locations and online at wingsetc.com.
You still thinking job change in the new year? Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy. IT? Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI. That's what I did. Really? How? Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up. Sweet. Are classes online or on campus? Both. Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available for qualified students.
You make me feel so young. You make me feel so spring has sprung. And every time I see you grin, I'm such a happy individual. The moment that you speak.
So Trump speaking on the economy is the story. And it's the story because the political left has made their decision. And that's why you don't have to pay any attention to them. You don't have to pay attention to MSNBC or CNN, although I do have an MSNBC story. If you want to know how to raise men, do not listen to Michael Steele of MSNBC. He wouldn't know how. He doesn't know how to act like a man. He wouldn't know how to raise men. And I'm going to prove that to you with a really despicable story about Elon Musk. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Great to be with you. But we would be fools if we weren't listening to what Trump was saying about the economy and asking ourselves whether or not this was something that comported with reality. Is he connected where the rest of us are? This brings us to the popcorn moment. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. The story you need to hear to believe, then grab your popcorn because there is more. Let's start with the country that Trump is looking for this conversation on Fox Business.
Well, I want a dynamic country where the private enterprise carries the day, not the government. And I want a strong country militarily. We need that nowadays. You can see that probably better than ever before. So I rebuilt our military. A lot of it was given away to Afghanistan, but it was a lot, but a very small portion, in all fairness. But when you think about the billions and billions of dollars that was just handed over, but I rebuilt it. We're going to be rebuilding it again.
I don't think you should tell Americans that $80+ billion worth of hardware being handed over to the Taliban, here you go, is small. I don't agree that it's small, Mr. President. Don't. Compared to a military budget, sure. By the way, do I have the number wrong? Does it matter? We left them hardware that's utilized now against, never mind the people of Afghanistan, but will be utilized against American citizens. It was a nutty thing to do. It was part of an insane withdrawal. Say so. Don't ever, ever push away from that.
Because we need that. We always need that. But we're doing a series of incentives, tax incentives and other things. The tax bill, I think, is going to be very important. The Democrats will fight us all the way. One thing I learned the other night, again, I could say, because it's my fifth such speech, and at the beginning I said I didn't know it was going to be as pertinent as it turned out to be, that no matter what I do, this group of people in front of us, I could come up with the cure to the worst disease that the world has ever seen. I gave other examples. I said, no matter what I do, they're going to sit there angry, insolent. You just see it. I mean, you see it, you can feel it. No matter what I say, no matter what I do, no matter who it is, they won't stand, they won't applaud, they won't clap.
That's correct. He's absolutely correct about that. He has proven that, and the Democrats allowed him to prove it, and that iconography is bad stuff. Remember, for anything we want to discuss about the economy, the Democrats are going to have to explain why they didn't stand up and cheer for a black teenager who beat cancer. I didn't do this to them. They did this to them, and it's nuts. But the issue here, and I need the White House getting ahead of this, because if you don't, man, it's going to be bad, is that your issue is not the Democratic Party. Your issue is independents, moderates, and Republicans who voted for you in large part because of the economy. The border, you're clearly succeeding. And you should be talking about it every single day. Successes at the border. Don't spike the football, because things can sometimes change, but rather be talking about here's what we're doing, and here's what we're seeing, and here's what we're doing, and here's what we're seeing. Right? That's, you should be on that. But this economic conversation is not about the left. It's about us. So when I hear this...
You said, look, we're going to have a disruption, but we're okay with that. Is that what you meant? The stock market going down was the disruption? What other disruption were you alluding to?
Look, what I have to do is build a strong country. You can't really watch the stock market. If you look at China, they have a 100-year perspective. We have a quarter. We go by quarters.
That's true.
And you can't go by that. You have to do what's right. What we're doing is we're building a tremendous foundation for the future. Tremendous foundation.
Not with tariffs. Now that conversation is the right one, and it actually shows a depth that I would only say that people who didn't think that Trump had that are people who just hate Trump. China thinks about the long term, and we think about the short term. We think about this immediate gratification to an electorate. They think about a long term to domination. Well, that's the difference, possibly you could argue, between a republic and being a communist nation of lowlifes. What, the Politburo isn't a communist nation of lowlifes? All communist nations are lowlifes. I mean, if they weren't, they wouldn't be communists. It's just that standard operating procedure. So we do have to think differently. And we do have to think differently about priorities. We have to think differently about our finances. I wholeheartedly agree. But Trump's argument cannot be that tariffs are the greatest thing ever, as he discussed on Air Force One.
Credibility. Go ahead. What else?
President, Robert, go ahead. Americans have seen their retirements accounts fall in recent day. They're getting very nervous about these tariff conversations.
Oh, I think the tariffs are going to be the greatest thing we've ever done as a country. It's going to make our country rich again. We have many companies, as you know, auto companies are opening up plants now. We've had 4 or 5 announced already, but many more are coming. And we're basically going to take back the money, a lot of the money that we've given away over many decades.
So is this Trump, in these two conversations, actually engaging that long conversation? Here's the long game, America. We're going to implement the tariffs. That's going to bring more investment here. And that investment here is what's going to bring us economic prosperity for the long term, the next 100 years, not the next quarter. Two things can be true at the same time. I like the idea of the business coming. And if you can drive the business to the United States, bravissimo. But if credit card debt keeps going up because everything is cost too much and people can't afford and the dollar doesn't go as far and the inflation remains, and now you add tariffs, which raises the prices of all things, man, you don't get to have a party that gets to continue down this economic long game road. I appreciate the long game. I think that in these two conversations, he's kind of fleshing out where that is. I'm just bothered that I had to be the one who put it together. But you got to solve some of these short game things, and they haven't yet. And they're not addressing them as they should. And these things will allow this press corps that would never give him a shot, these Democrats who would never give him a chance, who hate beyond hate, and they lie, and the rest, it gives them ammunition. I don't want to give them anything. Matt Bear has got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
What's up, Tony? Looking at northbound 65 out of the north split. Slow traffic to West Street. Northwest side, northbound 465, a little bit delayed. 86th Street up to 865 and inbound 69. Slow 96 to 465. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now at bwindow.com. Get $850 off per patio or entry door and $400 off per window, plus 2.99% financing. B Window. Proud to be employee-owned. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hammer and Nigel's show, 3:06 this afternoon. It begins. Hammer and Nigel Records Madness. 16 of our greatest parody songs competing head-to-head. Let's go!
Guys, are you looking for a house? Right? You've got interest rates going up. You got economic uncertainty that we've been talking about. You could be wondering if right now is the right time to sell your home. Are you going to get the price you need? Is it going to take too long? You don't have to figure this out by yourself because that's crazy. There's a friendly, no-pressure, experienced agent who eats and sleeps Indianapolis real estate. That's Mark Dietel. Maybe what you need is more space, right? You got a growing family. You're working from home like your favorite radio guy right here. Mark Dietel is the only real estate expert trusted and recommended with the sale of your home. Mark Dietel guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed upon price and deadline, or he will buy it. You just pick your move date. That's all you do. No long-term contracts. You can cancel at any time. Crystal in Franklin said, I was moving to Kentucky and needed to move fast. I got the Mark Dietel marketing plan and was blown away. The plan worked. I got a full list price offer in the first weekend. Just like that, Mark and his team got it done. Talk to the local Indianapolis agent. Trusted and recommended. The agent who guarantees your home sold or he'll buy it. Call Mark Dietel. Very, very good guy. 317-755-4232. Get all the details or go online to markdietel.com. That's Mark Dietel, Dietel, markdietel.com.
Hey, it's Rob for Universal Windows Direct. Tax season is here, and what better way to reinvest in your home than with brand new energy-efficient windows? During Universal Windows Direct's Tax Time Sale, you can save big while making your home more comfortable and energy efficient. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free, and there's no limit. And here's something that will make your wallet even happier. Pay no interest until 2030. That's right, no interest for the next 6 years, making it easier than ever to afford the quality windows your home needs. But wait, there's more. This month only, Universal Windows Direct is giving you an extra $500 off your home improvement project. Whether you need a few windows or a full home upgrade, this bonus savings makes now the perfect time to act. Now, some restrictions may apply, so call today for your free in-home estimate. 317-659-7574. 317-659-7574. UniversalWindowsDirect.com. Tell them Rob sent you.
Cold weather brings hot savings at Tom Roush Lincoln. Select 2024 Lincoln Navigators now $12,000 off and get 0% for 72 months. How about an all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus now $6,000 off with rates starting at 4.9% for 60 months. So get in on those hot savings at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Lincoln Navigator MSRP $104,825. Lincoln Nautilus MSRP $61,695. Offers good through March 31st, 2025. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
Stop putting screens on your gutters. If the holes are too big, debris gets in and you're still cleaning your gutters. If the holes are too small, it sits on top and you're cleaning the screens. And those screens will need to be replaced. They just don't last. Pat Sullivan here. I have Gutter Helmet on my home and business, and it has no holes, slots, or screens. It keeps the debris out and the water in. Since 1981, Gutter Helmet has been America's #1 choice for gutter protection. And this is a great time of year to call Gutter Helmet of Central Indiana, because right now, Gutter Helmet is offering a 15% discount plus 12 months no interest financing if paid in full within 12 months. Call 800-5HELMET, that's 800-5HELMET, to schedule a free estimate. 15% off cannot be combined with other offers. Call Gutter Helmet today at 800-5HELMET or go to gutterhelmetindy.com and never clean your gutters again.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What they'll talk about. It's 35 degrees on Monument Circle with a clear radar. Your high today, 65. I'm Ryan Hedrick for Window Nation. Here's what's trending at 7:31. President Trump will meet with tech leaders at the White House to discuss tariffs.
The tech CEOs meeting with the president today are facing tariff-related pressure. They're rethinking their strategies as they face the possibility of higher costs. IBM CEO is expected to attend. The heads of Qualcomm, HP, and Intel are reportedly also set to be in the meeting. Canada's next Prime Minister, Mark Carney, will be facing a similar economic reckoning soon as well. Carney is promising to stand up to President Trump.
And that's Fox's Madeline Rivera reporting. The Department of Health and Human Services is offering all employees that work there a $25,000 buyout. There's 80,000 people that have received the offer, and the offer was emailed to them this weekend. A Hoosier man who police say wanted to die by suicide by cop was shot near the White House this weekend. Here's Jake McDaniel.
An Indiana man was shot by members of the U.S. Secret Service Sunday after midnight. Police referred to the man as suicidal, and they believe he came to D.C. from Indiana. The Secret Service says they found the man's car that was parked near 17th and F Streets, and they say he waved his gun. That's when the Secret Service says they shot him. The man was taken to a hospital, but authorities did not say how he is doing. The Secret Service says no one on their team was injured during the shooting. Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And police say that man's name is Andrew Dawson. He's from North Manchester, Indiana. There was gunfire and crime scene tape put up along West 10th Street right by Holt Road late last night. That's on Indianapolis's west side. The cops say they found 2 people shot when they arrived, and they're still looking into this. No word on arrests. Temperatures will rise into the 70s this week, but forecasters are keeping an eye on potential severe weather by the weekend.
It'll be going up through the Great Lakes late in the weekend. Surge of moisture from the Gulf will bring a warm front through and followed by a cold front, and this has us a little bit concerned about potential severe weather.
That's forecaster Mike Koch at the National Weather Service, Indianapolis. He said severe weather could arrive in Indiana by Friday and really get going by Saturday. It wasn't an alarm clock that woke a woman up in Evansville Saturday morning. Here's Chris Davis.
It was the sound of a truck crashing into her house about 3 a.m. Then, 18-year-old Yanatin Perez Vasquez knocking on her window to apologize. Police say he was drunk, and there was plenty of evidence, including bottles on the floor of the truck and a blood alcohol level more than twice the legal limit. Vasquez also admitted he was on the phone when it happened, having a fight with his girlfriend. He was locked up. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
If you played the Powerball over the weekend and wondered if you won, you didn't. So the Powerball jackpot drawing is going up to $335 million today. If you take the cash option, that's $157 million in your pocket. Sports on WIBC is brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com. The Indiana Pacers' toughest stretch of the season tips off tonight against the Chicago Bulls on the road. Guard Benedict Matherin says there are just 20 games left until the playoffs.
Every game matters. Go from the 6th seed to a 4th seed, having home advantage. That's what we're going for. Winning is the most important thing from now on. Whether I have 3 points or 30 or 40, as long as I win, I'm super happy.
And the Pacers are 3-0 against the Bulls this season. Guard Tyrese Halliburton and TJ McConnell are both dealing with injuries. There's no word on whether they're going to play. Tonight's game starts at 8. March Madness gets going in earnest this week with Notre Dame, Butler, IU, and Purdue all starting tournament runs. The Fighting Irish play Pitt tomorrow. The Bulldogs meet Providence Wednesday. IU takes on Oregon Thursday at noon. And guard Trey Galloway says being in tough, tight ball games has helped improve the team's resolve.
We just got to stick to that and be ready to go, because we're not done yet. That's a big win, but we're going to the Big Ten tournament, and so we got to focus on that.
And Galloway speaking after Saturday's win against Ohio State. Purdue will play Thursday night in the Big Ten tournament. That Big Ten tournament is at Gainbridge Fieldhouse this week. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 7:35, traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Baer.
All right, Ryan, looking at northbound 465 on the northwest side. That is slow traffic from 86th Street up to 865. Inbound 65, a little bit slow right now from 21st Street to Meridian Penn. And checking out the east side on northbound 465, everything looks fantastic from I-70 up to I-69. No delays there. Traffic sponsored by B Window right now at bwindow.com. Get $850 off per patio or entry door and $400 off per window plus 2.99% financing. B Window, proud to be employee owned. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
35 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:36.
Call today or visit bwindow.com. This month only, receive $400 off per window, $850 off per patio or entry door with 2.99% financing.
The Attorney General's office wants to put your money back in your pocket. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov and search for yourself, your loved ones, or your business. It's fast, easy, and free.
Whenever I'm out a-wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen.
Today on the marketplace, that's a lot of money for a lawnmower, isn't it? Or is it something more than a lawnmower? Maybe you guys know. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. During downtimes, I'm clearing my head. I'm getting ready for what's going on next on the show. I find myself on Facebook Marketplace, and I'm checking out odd things, interesting things, strange things, cool things, things I'd buy, maybe things other people would buy. By the way, the Marketplace brought to you by the Attorney General's office. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov and search for yourself, for your loved ones, for your business. There's money that could be waiting for you. Check it out at indianaunclaimed.gov. See if the Attorney General's office has money for you. Go get your cash. indianaunclaimed.gov. This, Matt Baer, seems to be a lawnmower, but it looks like a robot that would defuse a bomb.
This looks military. It has
right.
It has the treads on.
You would send this in immediately to Mogadishu.
Yes, yeah, you defuse a bomb, like you said. It has the laser on top of it, and it's something I want.
It says lightly used Dixie Chopper Talon remote control mower. Heavy duty with flail blades. I do not know what a flail blade is. All I know is it reminds me of my circumcision. Electric drive, gas motor hybrid, 8 hours on the unit. A Vanguard 28 horsepower EFI motor. I'm here to tell you, Matt, I don't know what that means at all.
I don't either, but man, it'll protect the family.
Right. Right. From the zombie apocalypse. $39,000.
Yeah.
$39,000.
I'm ripping out the camera on the front door. I'm trading it for this.
$39,000.
39,000. Hold on. They have audio of this?
Oh, good.
Let me see if I can play this right here.
I am here to protect your family, Tony.
Oh, now it's moving?
Directive 4, destroy all intruders.
Right?
Dixie Chopper, what is Directive 3?
It's got like a siren going on, like a flashing light on top of it.
Of course it does.
What am I missing? 39 grand. Is that a misprint?
No, man. This was assembled in a lab somewhere in Pennsylvania, man, and shipped on a military truck to whoever owns it right now.
So I looked up the website. I looked up DixieChopper.com, and it says it's the Talon RC. Mow where no mower has mowed before.
Yeah, like a beachhead, you know? Okay, if you were, say, Tony was out in his lawn one day in his back lawn and your neighbor had this kind of meddling around their lawn, would you be concerned?
If I saw this on my neighbor's lawn, you know what I'd say? Freaking Carmel. That's exactly what I'd say. This whole place is nuts. Like, I wouldn't be surprised.
It's a sweet.
Like I would expect another neighbor to say like, oh, you got the version 3. Yeah, I got the version 3.5. You know, it's just who I am. Like I expect that in Carmel, Indiana. These people are nuts. $39,000, Matt Bear.
But then again, if one person gets this, the rest of the neighborhood's going to have one. You know, overnight.
Absolutely.
Keep up with the Joneses.
Like Teslas until they realize they can't support Elon Musk, and now they're selling them all. That's absolutely it. That's absolutely it. No, this is nutty. This is surreal. You need more, and it's remote control. You need explain this to me. Do the math and get back to me. I don't know who uses this, but I want to meet that person very badly.
Start with the
It's available on Facebook Marketplace. Check it out for yourself. That is Matt Bear, by the way. Follow him, Matt in Traffic, on the Twitter box. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Kendall and Casey.
This is a bill that prohibits minors under 16 from using social media without parental permission.
This is an example of government trying to resolve a problem that they have no business being in, which is how you parent your kid. If you want your kid to be on social media, that's your right as a parent. You dictate that.
Kendall and Casey, weekdays 9 till noon on 93 WIBC and WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel here for Window Nation. Winters are long here in the area, and if you're tired of seeing and feeling that winter weather coming in past your old windows like I was, you need Window Nation. Their high-quality, energy-efficient windows will get rid of those drafts to keep your costly heat inside, lower your monthly utility bills, and keep your home comfortable year-round. And they're affordable, too. Right now, get 2 windows free for every 2 you buy. Plus, with 0 down and no payments or interest for 2 years, you could get new windows installed in 1 day and not pay anything until 2027.
Imagine what you could do with all that extra money in your pocket. Plus, they're guaranteed for life. Don't miss out on your chance to take advantage of the buy 2, get 2 for free promotion, and you don't pay anything until 2027. Schedule your fast free estimate right now at 866-90-NATION or go to windownation.com.
What a day.
You're working too hard.
We're both working too hard with even less to show for it.
What's this?
It's the bills for Tracy's procedure.
This is outrageous.
I know. And Mom just said her prescriptions went up again.
How can working people afford this?
These medical bills are crushing our finances, and these hospitals and insurance groups are making record profits.
You know, I read Indiana has the 9th highest healthcare costs in the nation, and prescription drug costs are out of control.
That's why I voted for Mike Braun. He has a plan to reform Indiana's broken healthcare system. Braun's plan calls for billing transparency, increased access, and lower costs for all Hoosiers.
I hear you. It's good to know help is on the way. Mike Braun's plan will offer real relief for our family budget.
Sign the petition for Braun's healthcare plan at HoosierHope.org. Join Mike Braun's fight for healthcare reform today. Paid for by HoosierHope.org.
Hey guys, let's talk about feeling your best. If you don't feel that same energy, strength, you're moody, or it seems you've lost your drive with your partner, it could be low T. Testosterone therapy, or TRT, may be the answer, and you'll find true experts at Low T Center. Getting tested is fast and easy. They're not all the same. Don't settle for a standard dosage TRT program.
Learn about personalized therapy at a Low T Center near you. LowTCenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Traffic on the 5s, Matt Bear, what do you know?
South side, westbound 465 at Harding, crash, causing stop-and-go traffic for about a mile back to Bluff Road right now. And then northbound 65 at 70, this is a crash in the collector ramp right now. In the north split, causing a delay back to Michigan Street, then slow out to Meridian Penn. Southbound Keystone Parkway, stop-and-go traffic 126th Street to 106th. Traffic sponsored by B-Window right now at bwindow.com. Get $850 off per patio or entry door and $400 off per window plus 2.99% financing. B-Window, proud to be employee owned. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
35 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:45.
Life insurance is one of those things that just about everybody needs, but few people actually have. Hey, if you die unexpectedly without life insurance, guess what? You'll leave your family with even a bigger mess. Life insurance will help replace your family's income. It'll help cover burial expenses. Life insurance can even help pay off debt like credit cards and medical bills. Life insurance can even pay for college. And if you own a business and you die, life insurance can help your business from collapsing. It can even help cover estate taxes. Life insurance has never been more affordable and needed. Plus, you can always shop around even if you have a plan and save some money. So call the Life Insurance Quote Line right now for free pricing information.
800-917-8730. 800-917-8730. 800-917-8730. That's 800-917-8730.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with national LTE coverage. Go to rapidradios.com and you'll get up to 60% off, free UPS shipping. Add code RADIO for an additional 5% off.
Never miss your favorite shows on WIBC. Get your content to go. Tony Katz, Kendall and Casey, Hammer and Nigel, Tony Kennett, The Gun Guy, Home and Garden. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
I hear the train a-comin', it's rolling around a bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison.
I share with you now this story out of MSNBC that I'm telling you is a story that you should share with your children. And for the dads out there, and for the grandfathers out there, and the uncles, and the male role models, absolutely. And I'll explain why. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Great to be with you. Find everything I do over at TonyKatz.com and get the podcast wherever it is you get your podcast. Just search for Tony Katz in the Morning News and subscribe and download and do all the things. Elon Musk, I didn't ask if you liked his politics. I don't even know his politics. Sends another rocket into space, and 10 minutes into flight, it explodes. The booster is able to be caught, but the actual craft explodes. Second time this has happened. And it happened, and some people's flights got delayed and diverted because there was debris falling from the sky. And they were very angry about it. And Elon Musk, what is he doing? Why do we always have to put up with him? Revolutionized the concept of space. SpaceX has beaten the living daylights out of NASA, has beaten the living daylights out of Blue Origin, which is Jeff Bezos's system. What he's done is remarkable work. Over at MSNBC, they start mocking him. They start mocking Elon Musk for this explosion.
On Thursday, a SpaceX Starship rocket exploded just minutes into its test flight. The FAA temporarily stopped air traffic around Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, and Orlando. It is the second consecutive Starship test flight from Elon Musk's company to end with destruction.
All I could think about was, I can't sing.
No, please don't. They had done something about Wicked earlier, and this is they're having themselves a good time. Then comes on Michael Steele. Michael Steele used to be the head of the GOP. He was the head of the Republican Party. And then he went to MSNBC, and he has been insignificant. You could be opposed to things Trump is doing, but he has been truly insignificant and holds no line. Let me pick it up from here.
How painful that was for y'all out there. Just as watching these things blow up.
This is where you tell us that you starred as Glinda in your
you better
production of Wicked.
No. But I've done a number of shows. But anyway.
Why did they let him put this rocket up in the air after they were still investigating the last explosion?
Well, see, this is the thing. And that's probably why it exploded. But the thing to keep in mind is my suggestion for Elon, his response to all of this was rockets are hard. And Mr. Musk, if they're so hard, why don't you go back to your day job and work that out? And leave those of us who do government to do government.
Well, you don't do government, Michael Steele, but I want to discuss how despicable this is and why you should be discussing this with your children. Just because something is hard does not mean you give up. Just because something is hard does not mean you quit. And small people with small minds who have never done anything will always be there to try and take you down and break you down and mock you because you were not successful the first time out or the second time out. Very few of us are successful the first time out or the second time out. It is those of us who keep getting up and keep trying again. We are the ones who make the world. And Michael Steele has never made anything. Nothing. Elon Musk can point to the efforts of his mind and say, I made this. What did Michael Steele make except a mockery of himself? What a horrific, horrific message. If it's too hard, why don't you stop and leave the government to government? I'm going to leave space travel to government? Musk does these things better. Private sector should have a place in this. And I love NASA. The ugliness and the evil of his statement. Play this for your children and say, never be like this. Don't ever mock somebody for trying, for putting themselves out there. It might not work. They need the support to do it again. Sometimes you have to know when it's over. You've given it all you can. But absolutely, do not let anybody shame you into stopping because they're so weak. You failed, and look at Michael Steele laughing. That's not what a man does. He doesn't know anything about manhood or men. What a despicable example. Utilize that as a tool to teach your own kids. Michael Steele is pathetic. It's pitiful what he did. He is pathetic and pitiful. And I am thankful that I have raised my children better and to be able to point out how awful these progressives really are. Because that's what this is. This is the progressive mindset at work. Mock rather than cheer on the opportunity for growth for us all. Matt Bear has traffic.
Southside crash, westbound 465 at Harding. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now at bwindow.com, get $850 off per patio or entry door and $400 off per window, plus 2.99% financing. B Window, proud to be employee owned. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Comcast Business helps turn today's small businesses into engines of modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How retailers become seamlessly restocking, cyber-securing, must-visit shops. And how healthcare offices become the data managing caregivers that we all depend on. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, advanced fiber solutions, and Wi-Fi backup, Comcast Business is powering the engine of modern business, powering possibilities.
Now through May 4th, new customers can get started with 300 megabit internet and Security Edge for $69 a month for 24 months. And ask how to get free installation on qualifying bundles. Plus, find out how to get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Call today. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Requires enrollment in paperless billing and automatic payments with bank account. Equipment, taxes, and other fees extra. After 24 months, regular rates apply.
You love spring in Indy, so don't spend it painting. Do what your neighbor Mike did. He called Rhino Shield.
Our home is basically a contemporary, and we just started noticing that the paint was just fading and just looked like garbage. We had received a postcard from Rhino Shield, and we decided to take a look at it.
Rhino Shield's formulated for our specific climate here in Indiana.
The process with Rhino Shield and their crew, they were just very conscientious. We had problems in the past with painters. They leave debris and everything. Well, we didn't have that with Rhino Shield.
Visit Rhino Shield's booth at the Flower and Patio Show and learn about their 25-year transferable warranty protection. Plus, receive a free prize.
The thing about Rhino Shield, the heat gain has been reduced, and we save $70 a month. You don't hear that about any type of paint.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino.
Paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
When it comes to managed network services and IT support, Applied Innovation is at the top of the list for these Applied Innovation customers. Sean Carnahan, sales manager for Adventure Homes.
They do all of our computers, so they take care of all of our issues, anything that comes up with our servers, any tech support, software we need, any equipment we need.
Eric Lane, director of information technology for Raleigh Williams Paint Spot.
Applied Innovation has been very proactive, and they've laid out a plan for here is what we look like today, and here's what we want to look like in 18 months and then going forward. So it's the long-term vision that they have that other companies didn't.
Ashley Crane, IT director for Belmont Beverage.
They're just a really great company that has a lot to offer to a small IT team like ourselves.
Applied Innovation, office technology made simple, backed by a partner you can trust. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedyinnovation.com.
Premier Deck Coating, the ultimate deck protection. Who are they? Well, they're a sister company of Rhino Shield, and Premier Deck Coating is the product you need if you're tired of applying the same old stain and paint every couple of years to your deck. It's Terry, Stacy, and David and I have a deck that's probably 25 years old. The countless hours and the money that we spend on maintaining that deck never ends. And then we heard about Premier Deck Coating. Family owned, based right here in Indy, and they are going to completely transform our deck with their special formulated product, which repels moisture, scratch resistant in virtually any color that we want, and backed by a 10-year guarantee. No more spending time staining or painting every year. Premier Deck Coating will keep our deck looking great for years to come. Premier Deck Coating can also do fences and pergolas too. For a free quote, call 317-696-4071 or visit premierdeckcoating.com.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have health news, a CDC update.
Pneumococcal vaccination is now recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Coming up in 2 minutes, somebody was murdered at a nursing home in Indianapolis on Sunday. A woman probably did not expect to see or feel what happened to her in Evansville Saturday, and ICE agents make an arrest of 2 Honduran men in Indianapolis. Those stories and more after Fox News. From the Technology Recycler Studios, you're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 8 o'clock.
China targets American farmers and ranchers. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Its new retaliatory tariffs went into effect today, 10 to 15% on American exports.
This includes imports of chicken, soy, beef, and pork. Beijing firing back after President Trump raised tariffs on imports of Chinese products to 20%, with President Trump declaring that China, Canada, and Mexico have not done enough to stop the flow of fentanyl and the chemicals used to make the synthetic opioid from entering the U.S.
That's Fox's Kristen Goodwin. The president has delayed the tariffs on most imports from Canada and Mexico, and he insists that tariffs will be great for the U.S., saying an Air Force One headed back to Washington.
I think the tariffs are going to be the greatest thing we've ever done as a country. It's going to make our country rich again.
But the president was hesitant when asked on Fox Sunday Morning Futures if tariffs, feared to cause more inflation, could lead to a recession.
I hate to predict things like that. There is a period of transition.
Fox Business Network Cheryl Cassoni reports.
Last night on Air Force One, he was asked by a reporter, you hesitated about the word recession. And he said, well, of course you hesitate. Who knows? So we don't know. Markets are jittery, let's be honest. Now the markets, as of Friday, are now below where we were after the inauguration.
The Dow plunged just over 1,000 points last week, and futures are way down this morning. North Korea has flexed its military muscle again.
Several ballistic missiles landed in the sea after being launched from a southwestern province of North Korea. Just hours earlier, South Korea had begun its annual Freedom Shield command post exercise with the United States, an exercise North Korea views as the two allies rehearsing an invasion.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage. In Gaza, Israel has cut off electricity. That's also affecting drinking water to increase pressure on Hamas to extend the ceasefire and release the remaining hostages. Hamas calls Israel's action a continued starvation, days after Israel cut off food and other aid shipments. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Shot and killed in a nursing home. It's 35 degrees on Monument Circle. Today's high, 65. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:02. A nursing home is where Indianapolis police say they found a woman on Sunday inside of a room after she had been shot and killed.
Our detectives are searching inside the apartment complex. I do believe that there was a firearm found inside of the apartment. Not sure if that firearm is a part of this investigation.
IMPD officer William Young says the killing happened along North Edmondson Avenue at Serenity Manor at Indianapolis, a housing complex for adults 55 years of age or older. Police arrested Darian Lee Curry on a preliminary charge of murder. The woman has not been identified. You've probably heard a lot about immigration and customs enforcement police making arrests of people in the country illegally. This video
Police, open the door.
is making the rounds on social media. It shows ICE agents swarming a vehicle where 2 Honduran men were parked at a stoplight at 29th near I-65. The men were forcibly taken out of that car, and they're expected to be deported to Honduras today. A house took the punishment early Saturday in Evansville when an underage drunk driver ran off the road. Here's Chris Davis.
The scene Saturday at 3 a.m. on East Olmsted. A truck in a yard. The corner of the house smashed with gaping holes in the wall. Police say Yonatan Perez Vasquez, who was 18, admitted first that he was on the phone having it out with his girlfriend and that he was drinking. Police say there were bottles on the floor of the truck and that Vasquez, who's 18, blew a .194, more than twice the legal limit. The woman who lives there told 14 News that Vasquez came to the window to say he was sorry. Sorry or not, he was booked into the Vanderburgh County Jail. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
You could expect a warm-up this week with plenty of sunshine throughout the work week. Here's Jake McDaniel.
But conditions are expected to get worse heading into the weekend. With that said, expect not only high wind gusts, but also
a lot of rain with that, thunderstorms, possibly some severe storms, especially the further west you go in central Indiana.
Michael Koch with the National Weather Service in Indianapolis Indianapolis says expect this to happen in central Indiana, mainly Friday night heading into Saturday. Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The Big Ten men's basketball tournament will be played at Gainbridge Fieldhouse this week here in Indianapolis. IU will take on Oregon Thursday. Purdue will play Thursday night. Also, Butler is in the Big East tournament. Notre Dame is in the ACC tournament. The Indiana Pacers are in Chicago tonight to take on the Bulls. Tyrese Halliburton and TJ McConnell are both dealing with injuries, so their status for tonight's game is uncertain. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 8:05, traffic on the fives. How the roads looking, Matt Bear?
Southside crash. Westbound 465 at Harding Street. Blocking 2 right lanes, jamming traffic out back to Bluff Road. Not quite to 31, but still enough for a 15-minute delay. Northbound 6570 downtown. Stop and go traffic Washington Street through the north split. Northwest side, northbound 465 slow roll off 86th Street 2865. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now at bwindow.com. Get $850 off per patio entry door and $400 off per window plus 2.99% financing. B Window, proud to be employee owned. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist, what's happening?
Hey, good morning. We're going to start off on the chilly side here with temps in the 30s, but those are going to be short-lived. Look for lots of sunshine today. It's going to be a mild Monday. We'll get up to 67 degrees. Tonight, mostly clear, not as cold, down to 45. On Tuesday, look for mostly sunny skies. A beautiful day once again with highs in the upper 60s near 70. And I think we have the potential to hit 70 degrees on Wednesday. That would be the first time this year. Partly cloudy skies. So very nice stretch of weather for the next several days.
That is Tara Hastings of Wish TV. Tara, thank you. Appreciate you. Very, very, very much. 35 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:06. Pray for anybody you want. I've got that story coming up. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. I didn't get to hear the whole thing, so hey, producer Carl, finger on the dump button. But when Representative Ocasio-Cortez is trying to tell Republicans how to raise men, oh, that's got to be good stuff.
Right? How many of you, how many of us have had a family member or like someone that you care about that you've lost to this kind of like Trump dark web?
What do you think we've lost to progressivism? Families have been broken apart. Relationships have been broken apart. Maybe the issue should be, hey, your politics aren't your religion. Don't be weird. You can disagree about things and somehow continue to have a meal together. Maybe we should be asking Representative Ocasio-Cortez how many kids went to college being totally normal and came back completely batcrap insane. And we should stop sending our kids to college like University of Michigan or Columbia. Oh, I've got the Columbia story coming up.
How many young boys do you know that get sucked up into like this Andrew Tate stuff? I feel genuinely really, I don't even feel defensive about it or angry about it. I feel like really bummed.
Great. Listen, I think Tate's a tool. Do you know why people like Tate are able to gather a level of success? It's because people like you, Representative Ocasio-Cortez, have been pushing an anti-masculine movement for decades. You hate men. You attack men. You go after men. You shame men for being men. And then men, realizing that they have no place they can turn and they're afraid to quite literally walk out of their basement, see a guy saying it's okay to be a man. They're like, finally. They're so thirsty, they'll drink the sand. I mean, are we really going to play this game? You don't get to lecture to us, Representative. You don't have the mind. You don't have the talent. You don't have the skill set. And you don't have the first clue of what it is you're discussing about why the things have happened. You know, I believe the expression is sit this one out. I believe that people can talk about anything that they choose. I don't believe in shut up and dribble. But you better be damn well sure that when you go down this road, you might get smacked around a bit. And your philosophy here, Representative Ocasio-Cortez, the philosophy deserves just a push to the side. You just don't know why the thing happened. You don't even know that you're part of the reason why. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Whether you're preparing for retirement, navigating a life transition, or simply wondering if you're on the right path, Howard Bailey Financial is here to help. Together, we'll work on a personalized plan designed to bring greater clarity to your goals and help you approach decisions with confidence. It's not just about numbers, it's about the life you want to lead and the legacy you want to leave behind. With over 20 years of experience, Howard Bailey Financial has been dedicated to guiding individuals as they work toward taking control of their financial future and finding peace of mind. Text PATH to 888-262-1104 to download a free retirement toolkit and start planning for the retirement you've dreamed of. Howard Bailey Financial, helping you turn hope into a plan and dreams into reality. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have health news, a CDC update.
Pneumococcal vaccination is now recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose. And millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Would you like to optimize your movement and performance to prevent injuries and enhance your long-term health? Join us for a free holistic integration peak performance workshop. Optimize your body at any age. Wednesday, March 26th at 6 p.m. Our expert structural team will show you how to move better, feel stronger, and stay injury-free. Whether you're an athlete looking to improve performance, an active adult wanting to stay mobile, or just hoping to move with more ease, this event is designed for all skill levels and ages. You'll learn strategies to support your strength, flexibility, and overall well-being. Plus, you will receive a free performance assessment by our structural team that will evaluate your movement patterns and create a personalized plan just for you. The free holistic integration peak performance workshop. Optimize your body at any age. Wednesday, March 26th at 6 p.m. Reserve your spot by calling 317-848-8048 or online at thevoiceofhealthradio.com.
Hey, Wings Etc. fans, guess what? March 10th through 13th is Wings Schooner Madness. We're rolling back prices on award-winning wings and big ice cold schooners to just 69 cents for wings and $5 for domestic schooners. Dine in only. Mark your calendars for March 10th through 13th and get great deals on wings and domestic schooners when you dine in for Wings Schooner Madness. March 10th through 13th, only at your local Wings Etc. Wings Etc. Grill and Pub with 15 Central Indiana locations and online at wingsetc.com.
Looking for a cozy spot to relax, work, or grab your coffee to go? LC Coffee House in Noblesville, Indiana has you covered. Try our indulgent affogato, a sweet blend of espresso and ice cream, or sample our coffee flights to discover your perfect brew. In a rush, our drive-thru is ready to serve you fast and fresh. Need a space to collaborate? We offer meeting rooms perfect for co-working. Whether you're grabbing a quick drink or spending the day with us, LC Coffee House is the place to be.
Hammer and Nigel show 3:06 this afternoon. It begins. Hammer and Nigel Records Madness. 16 of our greatest parody songs competing head to head. Let's go.
How do they have 16 parody songs? Hammer and Nigel have 16 parody songs? I've got 2. 16. All right, tune in. Tune in and be a part of their party song madness. They start at 3 o'clock. Right now, Matt Bear has traffic.
Southside crash, westbound 465 at Harding. 2 right lanes are blocked and traffic is stop and go back to, well, not quite to US 31. Delay time is shortened up to 3 minutes, so it shouldn't take you too long to make it through that. Traffic sponsored by B-Window. Right now at bwindow.com, get $850 off per patio or entry door and $400 off per window, plus 2.99% financing. B-Window. Proud to be employee owned. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got 35 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time right now is 8:16. So let me tell you about this pray for anyone thing. This is a very weird story, and I will admit to you that when I've had people say to me before in my life, I'm praying for you, I admit that I am uncomfortable. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning, good to be with you. And I also admit that it's much more about me than the person who was kind enough to say such a thing, because I understand that they're just more saying they're thinking of you. It's like when I have to figure something out. When I'm walking through something in my head, as I have been over the past couple of months about my own future, about this career and everything, it has been a very intense couple of months for me. And as friends will tell you, they have not seen me. I haven't. When I need to figure it out, I take my time, and I'm not a very social cat. I bring it back in. And for the past few months, I have not been a social cat, as I've been making some serious considerations on what next. And I hope I have it right. But very often people refer to that as something they prey on, right? And maybe they actually are. And I just do these things differently. I admit to you that I hear it differently, and I take it differently, but I understand, being a rational person, how other people mean it. University of Cincinnati says if you ask, can I pray for you, that it's a microaggression. And the story is that the University of Cincinnati has a guide on ableism and disability justice. Oh, holy heck. And it is a microaggression to ask a disabled person, can I pray for you? Now, I've got 2 parts to this that must be discussed. The first one is, how does that conversation come up? I don't understand how the conversation comes up, that you would walk up to somebody, let's say, in a wheelchair and say, can I pray for you? I'm a little floored by that, just because I don't know why you would do it. And when I say that, I mean that very sincerely, right? One of my trolls in the chat room there, as we're live streaming, says, no, when someone says they're praying for you, then they're praying for you, not thinking of you. I don't know if that's 100% true. That might be true for you, but I think some people might utilize it as an expression rather than actually engage in an act of prayer. So let's not think that we're speaking for everybody on that. I think more people use it as an expression than we realize. But I found it to be a fascinating thing. It would never dawn on me to walk up to somebody in a wheelchair, utilizing that as the example, and say, can I pray for you? My brother, my late brother, autistic. I would have, if someone had walked up to him and I was there, like, can I pray for you? I would have thought that's the weirdest thing in the world. I'd be like, no, but you can walk over there. Leave us alone. But I guess if somebody wanted to pray for my brother, they could. And that's the point. What is this idea that somebody can't? I think maybe asking somebody, that may be considered awkward. And I think the person who has they have all the best intentions should recognize that that could be a little bit awkward. But the idea of praying for somebody, not awkward. Are we going to question whether or not prayer works? Are we really going to question whether or not prayer works or good thoughts? I mean, you could start documenting this stuff, and people have. But it's ableist. Decency, kindness, a loving thought is ableist. All these progressives don't know how to lead a good life. They don't. They just can't. They can't get themselves to be decent for half a second. And to those people who can't be decent, there are some of you that just got to go. Yes, we should be cutting grants to Columbia University and any other school that pushes anti-Semitism or any other of these nonsense things. You're preventing students from walking across campus. Goodbye. You don't get the money. I don't care if Columbia closes. Let me say it again. Columbia University means nothing to me. I don't care if students go there. I don't care if the college is in operation. I don't care if all the professors lose their jobs. It means nothing. You think they care when radio hosts lose their gig? By the way, last week, you know how many radio hosts lost their gig? I was discussing this. It got worse on day 2. The Odyssey Radio Group. Holy cow. Just a straight up bloodletting in the amount of people who lost their jobs. And by the way, jobs that they're not going to be able to replace. They're not going to find another one. It's remarkable, if not just flat out frightening. And you know who's at Columbia University is going to weep for those people? 0 people. No one. You know how many Democrats in Congress are going to weep for those people? 0. But yet they're going to try and protect every government job there is. If you are pushing anti-Semitism, if you're pushing hate, if you're pushing preventing people from moving across campus, if you're pushing intimidating people on campus, we don't give you money and we don't give a damn what happens to you. If you can't feed your kids, that's your problem. Go learn to code. Go get another job. We're not here to pay for your bigotry. Screw it. These people are out of their heads. And it's the idea that, well, you can't take away their money. This is an attack on education. No, it's not. No, it is not an attack on education. Far from it. It's actually encouraging education and getting universities to stop this madness, which isn't an education. It's just flat out hate. Constant, nonstop attacks and bigotry. Listen, I'm not talking about universities being a safe space. I'm saying that you should be able to walk across campus. But there are people out there who will find the bigotry in anything. That brings us to Meghan Markle and this.
Your car's seatbelt, safety miracle or decapitation nightmare?
What is the connection between rain and farming? The answer may surprise you.
Heroin, sex, machine guns, flamethrowers, murder. There's no story here. We've just found that ratings go up when we say those words.
It's time for the worst headline of the day.
The hate for Meghan Markle's cooking show proves the world isn't ready for black women to live soft lives. Bravo. Can I just get a little something? Seriously? A little something? Thank you, Mr. Carl. Bravo. My God. If you were looking for a headline that can encapsulate all the progressive insanity in just one fell swoop, whoo, there it is. The hate for Meghan Markle's cooking show proves the world isn't ready for black women to live soft lives. This is from a website called hellobeautiful.com, and that is a load of garbage. Her show with Love Meghan, we're talking about the Duchess of Sussex, who attacked the royal family, I think has ruined Prince Harry, and is herself insufferable. She does this show with Love Meghan, which is basically trying to crib everything Martha Stewart has ever done. It is boring, it is lame, and she is absolutely uninspiring, and I think comes across as a flat-out jerk. Meghan Markle comes across so lousy that she makes Blake Lively look like somebody who could be a good friend. Like, that's how bad she is. And her show is terrible. And her show is pointless. Her show doesn't teach anything. So, of course, it's because her mother's black, and therefore America just can't handle a black woman in what... Just stop. It's her. She's awful. There are many talented black women. She was a very good actress on Suits. She was a great character. As a person, she's insufferable. And if you don't think I can notice because her mom is black, you're the most ridiculous human beings on planet Earth. She's boring. She's lame. She's basic. It's not that America isn't ready. It's that she's not ready. She's not good enough. She's just not. It's okay. Everybody will be okay. No racial strife needed. Facts are what they are. Matt Bear has got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Yeah, crash clear south side, westbound 465 at Harding, and all of our interstate crashes, at least as far as 465, have cleared up here at the moment. I do have a crash reported southbound 69 at 116th Street, so watch out if you're up in Hamilton County using southbound 69 approaching Indy. Traffic sponsored by B Window right now at bwindow.com. Get $850 off per patio or entry door and $400 off per window, plus 2.99% financing. B Window, proud to be employee owned. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is Rob.
And this is Casey.
One world leader wants a mute button for reporters that annoy him. I love it.
Join us Monday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC. What a day.
You're working too hard.
We're both working too hard, with even less to show for it.
What's this?
It's the bills for Tracy's procedure.
This is outrageous.
I know. And Mom just said her prescriptions went up again.
How can working people afford this?
These medical bills are crushing our finances, and these hospitals and insurance groups are making record profits.
You know, I read Indiana has the 9th highest healthcare costs in the nation, and prescription drug costs are out of control.
That's why I voted for Mike Braun. He has a plan to reform Indiana's broken healthcare system. Braun's plan calls for billing transparency, increased access, and lower costs for all Hoosiers.
I hear you. It's good to know help is on the way. Mike Braun's plan will offer real relief for our family budget.
Sign the petition for Braun's healthcare plan at HoosierHope.org. Join Mike Braun's fight for healthcare reform today. Paid for by HoosierHope.org.
I'll say this. There are no entries in the Hoops Fan Hall of Fame who didn't show up to the game. Yes, you in the back.
Professor, March Madness is coming to Indianapolis. Are we ready?
You prepared to bring the fire? Give it 110 from tip to the final buzzer? Oh, you're ready. The NCAA Sweet 16 and Elite 8, March 28th and 30th in Indianapolis. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/MVB tickets. Class dismissed.
I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. For over 3 decades, Cordell & Cordell has been on the front lines of family law. Divorce is more than just a legal process. It's a life-changing event that can impact your future, finances, and your relationship with your children. You've worked hard to build a life that you're proud of, and you deserve a legal partner who will work just as hard to protect it.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Indianapolis area attorneys. 101 West Ohio Street, Suite 1250, Indianapolis, Indiana 46204.
David was in big trouble with the IRS.
At first, I didn't owe that much, but after this year, it was out of control.
Then David called Get a Tax Lawyer.
Right away, they were like, oh yeah, looks like you're qualified to save.
Get a Tax Lawyer went to work.
Should have called way sooner.
Get a Tax Lawyer has helped thousands like David fight the IRS and get a fresh start.
Call 800-745-3070. That's 800-745-3070.
I was struggling to maintain contact with the professional world.
Dr. Ferner of Indianapolis talks about why he got the new caption phone from Relay Indiana.
When I got the phone, it turned it around.
Go to RelayIndiana.com. That's RelayIndiana.com. And read up on the caption phone.
People that I talk with do not necessarily know that I have this service. It's a piece of cake.
Go to RelayIndiana.com to learn more.
Welcome to Tire Discounters.
Thanks. I gotta warn you, I drive a hard bargain.
Okay.
So let's hear your first offer.
Well, how about, with any 4-tire purchase, we'll give you a free alignment.
Man, I'm good. All right, let's do it before you change your mind.
And we'll also give you a free oil change.
Ha! I can't believe I talked you into this deal. Sometimes I amaze even myself.
Don't tell accounting. But with any 4-tire purchase at Tire Discounters, you get a free alignment and a free full synthetic oil change. See store for details.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
The search for a college student. It's 36 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. Your high today is 65. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:31. A search is underway in the Dominican Republic this morning for a 20-year-old college student named Sadushka Kanaki. She's from Virginia. She went missing recently.
The University of Pittsburgh student was on a spring break trip with 5 friends when she went missing. Local authorities are reportedly interviewing a young man seen swimming with her. Here's what we know about the timeline. She arrived in the Dominican Republic with 5 other girls on March 3rd. Then on Thursday at 4:15 a.m., she's seen on surveillance video going to the beach with 7 other people. Then at 4:50 a.m., she's last seen on the beach. At 4 p.m. later that day, she's reported missing.
That's Fox's Nate Foy reporting. The police in the Dominican Republic say she may have drowned, but police in Virginia, where she's from, say there's no evidence to support that. A small plane crashed near a Pennsylvania retirement community on Sunday, injuring at least 5 people. President Trump talked about the crash while on board Air Force One, all while Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy is raising concerns over recent rise in plane crashes nationwide.
That has nothing to do with the department. That was a small plane, and that would have happened whether you had a big department or a small department, as you understand. It's just they have space like this. You know, they have times when things happen a little bit more often than normal.
And the NTSB is looking into this. A Hoosier man who the cops say wanted to die by suicide by cop was shot near the White House this weekend. Here's Jake McDaniel.
In Indiana, a man was shot by members of the U.S. Secret Service Sunday after midnight. Police referred to the man as suicidal, and they believe he came to D.C. from Indiana. The Secret Service says they found the man's car that was parked near 17th and F Streets, and they say he waved his gun. That's when the Secret Service says they shot him. The man was taken to a hospital, but authorities did not say how he is doing. The Secret Service says no one on their team was injured during the shooting. Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And police say that man's name is Andrew Dawson. He's from North Manchester, Indiana. There was gunfire and then crime scene tape along West 10th Street late last night near Holt Road. Police say they found 2 people shot, and they're still looking into this. It wasn't an alarm clock that woke a woman up in Evansville Saturday morning. Here's Chris Davis.
It was the sound of a truck crashing into her house about 3 a.m. Then,
18-year-old Yanatin Perez Vasquez knocking on her window to apologize. Police say he was drunk, and there was plenty of evidence, including bottles on the floor of the truck and a blood alcohol level more than twice the legal limit. Vasquez also admitted he was on the phone when it happened, having a fight with his girlfriend. He was locked up. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Sports on WIBC is brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com. The Indiana Pacers will play 4 of their next 5 games on the road starting tonight against the Chicago Bulls. Head coach Rick Carlisle talked about this stretch after Saturday's loss to the Atlanta Hawks.
This is a very difficult stretch. Chicago's a beast to play against, and then we got Milwaukee, who's rested twice, and we're playing back-to-back twice next week. So we got to go day-to-day, hour-to-hour.
Pacers guards Tyrese Halliburton and T.J. McConnell both dealing with injuries. It's uncertain if they'll play tonight. Tip-off at 8 o'clock. Listen to the game over on 107.5 The Fan beginning at 7:30. The NBA has fined Pacers forward Pascal Siakam $25,000 for his conduct detrimental to NBA officials. He swore at those officials after Saturday's loss to the Hawks. The Indianapolis Colts are expected to be a top contender to sign free agent quarterback Daniel Jones. And March Madness gets underway in earnest this week with IU playing Oregon in the Big Ten tournament, Purdue playing Thursday night. Butler is in action in the Big East tournament, and Notre Dame plays in the ACC tournament. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 8:35, traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Baer.
Crash on the north side, Kessler Boulevard North, south of 30th. That's at Eugene Street. East side, northbound 465, just a little bit slow after 70 up to Penn Pike. And northbound 65, stop and go out of the north split to Meridian Penn. Traffic sponsored by B Window right now at bwindow.com. Get $850 off per window or enter door, or $400 off per window, plus 2.99% financing. B Window, proud to be employee owned. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
36 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:36.
Call today or visit bwindow.com. This month only, receive $400 off per window, $850 off per patio or entry door with 2.99% financing.
How bad is it? Don't sugarcoat it. Give it to me straight. Want coffee?
I think I need some coffee. Time to fill up on the news. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. What is going on? Dow Futures. Is that right? Hold on a second. Just make sure I got that right. Yep. Dow Futures down 493. NASDAQ Futures down 328. I'm going to tell the president again. If people see their retirements losing money, they're going to say, why did I vote for you? Do not believe that love will see you through. Results will see you through. Border, results. Ukraine might get results. Israel, working on getting results, and certainly have gotten some hostages back. Economy, not there yet. I know, it's only been 46, 47 days. Neither here nor there. Stock market had a sell-off last week and a sell-off this week. These things do come and do happen, and Biden, they happened. They happened. But don't expect people to say everything you're doing is just super duper great terrifioso. It's not the way it works. It's not the way it works. And for everybody in Magaville, with all due respect, stop kidding yourselves. You keep seeing sell-offs. You see 401ks go down. You are going to have real issues. I don't even know why this is a hard thing to comprehend. Oil prices still mostly under 70, $67.44 a barrel on the West Texas crude, $70.75 on the Brent crude. I gassed up Saturday, $2.75. So that was regular unleaded. I don't know. I didn't do the premium stuff. It wasn't that car. Different car. Lower I don't think in a place where people say, all right, now we're feeling it, but lower. Anything under $3, people go good, but I don't know if people are saying this is really having now the positive effect on shipping, trucking, etc. 10-year Treasury at 4.23 is where we are at right now. Now, there's been talk of whether or not the Trump administration, through transparency and honesty, is going to say, guys, you know the country's been in a recession because of Joe Biden. And certainly Democrats are going to say recession because of Donald Trump. Of course they are. What else could they offer? The economy has been bad. We know this. We have said so. We have been clear about this. But as this report in CNBC, U.S. recession isn't in the cards just yet, even though Trump may be doing things that are causing chaos. Right? That much is true. And people are feeling uncertain about it, about this economy. I get it. I hear you. And I just think we should be honest about it. ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, have arrested over there at Columbia University as a follow-up an activist who led these protests. They took over buildings, destroying property, Palestinian activist, and they're going to deport him. And to the people upset with this, I believe I've said everything that needs to be said. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
In purgatory, tortured souls lie trapped somewhere between heaven and you know where. This is where we find ourselves, trapped somewhere between winter and spring, tortured by strange weather patterns.
As the weather worsens,
cold, snow, and ice.
These temperatures,
then thaw, rain, and flood. Let us be your guide through all stages of
spring,
winter, your severe winter,
spring,
and spring weather station, 93 WIBC.
Well, sure. Of course, we're all excited that spring is almost here in central Indy. But this month, when the weather still can't make up its mind and it's going back and forth between warm and cold, Hoosiers get a very specific type of roadway March Madness. It's called potholes. And they're a pain. But you know what? It's one of the reasons why I'm a AAA member. Peace of mind for the roadside assistance. I've had flat tires on the side of the road because of potholes. AAA has been there for me every time.
And if you're having tire issues, AAA's got you covered with their mobile tire service, My Pit Crew. They bring the tire shop to you. I've used this service before, and now that I got my two boys driving, this service protects the whole family. So if you don't have a spare, My Pit Crew from AAA, these guys are the best. MyPitCrew.com. You pick out the tires and schedule the install. Join AAA today. AAA members get a discount on My Pit Crew. You can get a AAA membership by calling 844-GO-AAA-GO or stop by any AAA office. AAA.com. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Wouldn't it be refreshing to speak with a financial advisor that really wants to get to know you, that really dials in on your retirement hopes and dreams, that builds a customized financial plan around you? Matt Barrier, hi. The financial experts at Trajan Wealth are in the you business. Their customized wealth management plans are designed to help protect, maintain, and expand your financial portfolio. Find out how during your first consultation. It's free. Schedule 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. Trajan Wealth loves providing their clients with peace of mind through financial security. They are veteran-led, and their commitment is to go out of their way to solve other people's problems. It's about you at Trajan Wealth. Call and schedule at 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. Remember, your first consultation is on them. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, and SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
From a fast break to recovery, Indiana hospitals are here for every Hoosier, regardless of their ability to pay. That's why we're teaming up with legislators on a winning playbook to lower costs and protect access to care across our communities. Because good policy doesn't leave anyone on the sidelines. Learn more at HoosierLifeline.com.
Paid for by the Indiana Hospital Association.
Cold weather brings hot savings at Tom Roush Lincoln. Select 2024 Lincoln Navigators now $12,000 off and get 0% for 72 months. How about an all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus now $6,000 off with rates starting at 4.9% for 60 months. So get in on those hot savings at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Lincoln Navigator MSRP 104,825. Lincoln Nautilus MSRP 61,695. Offers good through March 31st, 2025. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
Kendall and Casey.
I'm a young, up-and-coming professional. We are people who want to work. We want to engage. We don't want to be freeloaders. And yet, it makes it very hard for young people to actually do that.
Kendall and Casey, 9 till noon on 93 WIBC.
Hammer and Nigel's show, 3:06 this afternoon. It begins. Hammer and Nigel Records Madness. 16 of our greatest parody songs competing head-to-head. Let's go!
Traffic on the 5s, Matt Bear, WIBC Traffic Center. What are we doing?
Crash Kessler Boulevard North, just south of 30th Street. That's Kessler Boulevard at Eugene Street. East side northbound 465, slow from 70 up to Penn Pike. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now at bwindow.com. Get $850 off per patio or entry door and $400 off per window, plus 2.99% financing. B Window, proud to be employee owned. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
36 degree. Did you say traffic? What was that? Did you hear Matt say that? Since when does he say that?
I just said traffic.
No, you didn't. That. What is that?
It's outside. Go through all of them.
Tourette's? What? I don't know what that is.
I don't either.
Right. It struck me as peculiar.
I don't even know if I'm paid anymore. I just show up.
Right.
It's good to be here.
Well, you and half the WIBC staff.
Ouch.
Oh, I can make it personal.
I'm going to go stand over here now.
Yeah, you should. 36 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:46. Oh, come on. Oh, gosh. I know what this is.
Lifeline?
It's time to play America's favorite game. What the heck is that TV theme song? Here's how we play our game. Producer Carl picks a TV theme song. I then have to guess what it is. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. See, Libertarian Dragon, it's not Shaft. Not what it is. Right, I knew that. And first I thought it was the theme to White Shadow. I'm like, nah, it's not. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to need a lifeline on this, producer Carl. Matt Bear, what is this TV theme song? Play it, Carl.
Oh, man. Boy, it sounds like Shaft right there. I can hear it. I just said it sounds like it. I didn't say it was, Carl. 21 Jump Street.
According to Don in the chat room of the live stream, this is the theme to SWAT. Ah, Don!
Fantastic.
Don! And Memento Mori on the Twittix. Good job. Good job. Good Lord. That was nicely done. That was nicely done there. We play every day. So be sure to tune in. Tony Katz today at noon. We'll get more into the economics and how this affects a presidency, because it does. Carrie Pickett is going to join us from the Washington Times. She covers the White House. Ukrainian forces are being pushed back in Kursk, K-U-R-S-K. You've got the U.S. engaging in conversations with Ukraine in Saudi Arabia this week, but you have Russian forces advancing with the help of the North Koreans. I don't know what a peace deal is going to bring. I have no clue how these things are going to play out. What I know is that if you have a deal for the rare earth, if you have a mineral rights deal, you are basically getting American protection. Things will change. Then there's the story of how Senator Sheldon Whitehouse, who is a real low cat, he has been voting in favor of pushing grants to a nonprofit climate group. So follow it. The senator from Rhode Island moves money to a group that works on, a nonprofit that works on climate issues. That group then pays a consulting firm. Who runs the consulting firm? Sheldon Whitehouse's wife. Just so we're clear, she works for something called the Ocean Conservancy. Consulting work includes providing strategic advice for the executive team and program directors, raising awareness of ocean policy issues at various workshops and conferences, and engaging key stakeholders in Ocean Conservancy's mission. Your money being directed by a senator to his wife. And if you say to me, what? How dare you think she can't have a job? I just think that he can't vote for that stuff. Why do you think it's okay he votes for that stuff? Why would anybody think that this is okay? Just one of the many, many issues that are out there. And if you think, well, my gosh, is there anything worse than that? How about Representative Jasmine Crockett with the line of the day?
It is not a criminal violation to enter the country illegally. It's not a criminal. It's a crime. It's not a crime, which is why they're so frustrated, because they really want our local law enforcement to go out and round up people when they could be looking out for the murderers and the sexual abusers as well as the robbers. They want them to go and round people up on civil accusations.
First, that we have murderers and robbers is a real problem in the United States. Maybe we need prosecutors who actually engage in prosecutions and don't let people go, like Gascon in Los Angeles, Representative Crockett. But coming into the country illegally is not a crime? It's what she said.
It is not a criminal violation to enter the country illegally. It's not a criminal. It's a crime. It's not a crime, which is why they're so frustrated, because they really want our local law enforcement.
Are you trying to say it's not a criminal act, but it's actually like a civil crime? Just for the sake of clarity, you know she's a fool, right? You didn't need any other help there. You know that that's just flat out dopey. But when you have nothing else to offer, nothing else you can share, nothing else you can provide, this is what you do. This is the kind of lunacy that passes for intellectual heft. But if you want even more lunacy...
I couldn't help but notice your head nodding there throughout that. I'm just going to let you address those scenarios from the $250 bill to Mount Rushmore to, a third Trump term.
It's too easy to have fun with this. But, Michael, this is scary shit, pardon me, on a Sunday morning. Lindsey Graham.
That's my fault, Carl.
I hit the dump.
Why is Joe Walsh cursing? Trump might stop the midterms. Good Lord. That's the conversation. Trump might stop the midterms. I thought I had an edited version. I really do apologize, Producer Carl. I'm glad you hit it. Well done. Well played. These people can't be trusted. They can't be trusted. Just can't. But this is what they're saying. Trump's going to stop midterms from taking place. They can't stop. I'll discuss it all on Tony Katz today. Right there. Right now, Matt Barris, traffic.
What up, Tony? Looking at a crash, Kessler Boulevard North. And that's going to be just south of 30th Street, Kessler Boulevard at Eugene Street. East side, northbound 465 slow from 70 up to Penn Pike. Traffic sponsored by B Window right now at bwindow.com. Get $850 off per patio or entry door and $400 off per window, plus 2.99% financing. B Window, proud to be employee owned. Matt Bear at WIBC Traffic.
Have you heard about Galaxy Concrete Coatings and their transformation?